It's nice to be back.
Yo.
It is indeed.
What's good?
We're there.
Yeah, we are.
I had to go and sell the 7 C's.
Yeah.
True, say I'm the youngest. They try to send me shop.
But do you know what?
I forgive them though.
Young Fols.
Hey man.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
You were there for us in our time of need.
Yeah.
Like all the women in my life, when they need something, they start massaging my ego. Hella compliments. Oh my God, you're looking so tall. Your arms are looking real buff. All this stuff. You smell nice. Just tell me what you want, man. Don't gas me up, man.
Does that do it for you though?
No, bro.
He's a praise whore.
It's like, don't hit me real night. Like, you know, they hit me with a soft voice.
Yeah.
Chrissy knows your mom be like, oh, call me. Like, no, move, man. What do you want?
No,
man?
but we do need to say that I messaged you with more than enough time.
Oh, you didn't know you did. But like,
Okay.
there's no fun in that.
What agenda? Yeah.
No, there's no fun in like telling the truth.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Cool. Sorry.
don't let the
sorry.
truth get in with a good story.
Yeah,
Innit?
I agree.
I pull up, I get here. It's like, oh, can you go shop, please? There's nothing worse. But you had it before, Van. You literally set foot in the house.
Yep.
And your mom goes,
Bro, there's been
Right, milk.
She's actually consistent with it. As soon as I step in, so can you?
Yeah, sorry, it's just slipped my
Why
mind.
you still got your shoes on is my fave.
You can see the pain of my day in my face.
They don't care. You've changed it to your house clothes. Like, comfortable. Or I get them ones where it's like, I don't know what it is with them. It'll be like 11:15, yeah? Tesco's closing in 15 minutes. That's when there's a sudden urge for like cheesecake. Oh, can you get me like little goo pot?
I can't lie. I'm that person that would like get up at like 11:15.
You gotta wait till like the 11th hour, like, bro.
Yeah.
You've been sat in the house all evening. Now suddenly your taste
The
buds are
desire
tingling.
might pass, but then it's also contingency. You need contingency snacks.
Yeah. You know what though? I hear you, but how I am with my sweet tooth, I'm very much like in or out in it. So I need to. You definitely need contingency, but the danger of me is once there's contingency, we're gonna ransack this
plan
place.
A.
Innit? So what I try and do is go cold turkey, have nothing in the house, so that because I'm so against like leaving, I'm just going down the shop to go and buy this. Or the amount of times Tesco sees me across the week is outrageous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to have nothing in the house, but then the flip happens where it's 11:15 and now
You're
we're
running.
getting sent shopping and it's like 4 items, £11.
Don't even. I went to Tesco the other day. I bought 5 things and it was £20. 5.
Mad.
It wasn't anything like they were all essentials as well. That's the
Yeah.
most annoying thing. I didn't even get a little snack. Nothing. It was essential. £20.
Convenience, isn't it? That's what you're paying
Oh
for.
my God.
Paying
It's
for
too
your
much.
nose, isn't it? So, but hey, man, no, not to start on a broke note and that.
No, it's licking everybody
Yeah, no, cool,
because he
man.
lives.
Fight back, though, innit?
Yeah.
No, okay, all right, guys. Chrissy ain't beating these rumors anyway, man.
Oh,
You know how it gets anyway, man.
okay.
How's that HR money this week? Any bonus?
Still long.
No.
Still long, yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh, now you want to accept it? Big mommy, king of boys.
Big Riz.
Big Riz.
Are you not
Yeah.
sounding? Are you not sounding clear? I'm getting a little like
Yeah.
static feedback. I don't want to
can hear
ruin
myself.
this audio adventure for our
Yeah,
listeners.
what's going on?
No, I'm still going on the journey with you.
Okay, so you sound good.
Yeah.
How do I sound to you?
Wonderful as always.
Okay, fantastic. Maybe just Vans. Just yeah. I don't want to ruin this experience for the people. But hi guys.
Hi.
Hashtag off the cuff pod.
Come on.
But he's trying to multitask. I caught him off guard. I didn't want no dead air in it, so I
Okay.
just had to, let's intro on that. If you're listening for the first week, my name is Fols Forever.
I'm Mr. Vans.
And we've got the young blonde bombshell in the corner,
Chrissy Hive.
aka Big Riz,
Yeah.
aka resident HR president.
Yes. I like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just how I'm feeling
I
this
like
week.
that,
innit?
yeah.
So shouts out Chrissy and the Chrissy Hive.
Hi.
Hive.
Yeah, it's just us three this week.
Yes.
The three amigos. We're back to pod.
As always.
Yeah, I'd just like to start this by, I think we need to sing a Negro spiritual this week. Whilst Vans is fiddling and faddling, we're going to sing Fade in the Water. Fade in the water.
Justice we
I
need.
said fade in the water. Chrissy?
Yeah. Woo. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My heart smiled.
Your heart smiled.
Yeah. I just, wow. So much love it. Do you want to give us some context, Foles?
What was the, is it Massachusetts? Where's the place? What's the?
Alabama. Wasn't it in Alabama?
Alabama. There we go, yeah. Alabama. I'm trying to find like a fade in the water, man.
Okay,
What we're
yeah,
going with, man.
yeah.
A good old scrap, a good old brawl.
Yeah. I love it. The star of the show for me was Aquaman, the guy that jumped in the water and swam, got out, and still had the strength to continue the fight. He's my hero. Knight that man.
Now he's raised the levels, because if any of you come into back my beef, that's the bare minimum now.
In the Thames?
Yeah,
I
swim.
think not. No. I mean, can you not swim?
That's it, the Montgomery Massacre. That's what I was going for. Innit? So I had my notes, man. The riverboat brawl.
Oh, I love that of 23. Like,
do you know what's so funny as well? Because you get the first footage and then you get everyone does the journalistic integrity. They give you the context. Okay, so it started from this. There was a black security guy.
Yeah.
I think he was just basically had asked these people to move their boat because there's a bigger boat coming into the dock, I think. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason they refused and they jumped him. And then all my resident brothers and sisters said, fade in the water.
it was so good.
Yeah.
And all the angles that kept popping up, it was just wow. Although the guy that hit the lady over the head with the chair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
I didn't see what's wrong with that. It's a bat.
It's a battle.
We're in the middle of, do you know what? I think he was
okay,
just in the middle of war, and he lost his head. But even it is wrong, and he got reprimanded straight away.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at the police here. Obviously, there was a lot going on, and a little bit of me felt like they were letting some little things kind of happen.
Yeah.
But that one right there,
Yeah, whoever was like nearest to them that they could grab, obviously they'll take them. But for the most part, they're letting people like get their shit off in it. Someone got dashed in the water, like it was going crazy. But my man, he was handing out this man was just, you get a chair, you get a chair, you get a chair, you get a chair.
Oh, he hit more than one person?
Yeah, he hit more than one person. And then like the lady's one was unnecessary because it didn't look like she was even, I don't know if she was involved or she was like, if anything, she was like out of it. Like you didn't need to do that to her.
Yeah.
So man just went and got the extra points but they nicked him, they grabbed him straight away. So yeah, man.
Yeah, that one was excessive. But it just fantastic vibes.
Okay, what was so, why did it ginger your spirit so much? What was so like amazing about this footage? Because it's just people fighting at the end of the day, isn't it?
They fucked around and they found out.
Yeah, but you need to go back to the origins of why the fight actually started.
Yeah.
So it was a man that was a staff member that was actually just, doing his job. And he ended up getting attacked by a group of
white people.
Right?
Yeah.
So obviously, like, I think there was one moment where he let other people know that, coming back to beef because these men are. And then all of a sudden, people just came from every direction. A bunch of niggas, like all the Avengers just came up and did the damn thing.
Unity as well. I love that.
Like you said, the MVP was the young lad, the 16-year-old that jumped out and swam over and still had the energy to give combos and a rock bottom.
Goodness.
At that age, though, you better have energy.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know he was 16.
Yeah.
Michael B. Phelps, they were calling him.
Scuba Gooding Jr. That's a black woman.
Back with man.
It's a man.
Shaquille O'Gill.
Oh, you lot are crazy, man. That's okay. When it's like that, that's when things are super funny and that. Because I'm just like, this is way funnier than it should be. Like we're never serious. Everything's a joke, innit?
Yeah.
You know me, I like finding the funnies, innit? So like this is ridiculous, innit?
The TikToks have been so funny ever since.
But I think it, to your earlier point, I think it is like there's truth in jest, whatever. It's because we know it could have gone another way.
Yeah.
Or it would have been shit to see a black man get assaulted like that by more than one person and no one else do anything.
Yeah.
So the fact that people came to his aid and that. And then I like a good old fashioned dust up.
Yep,
like,
I was gonna say that.
like if you don't want to fight,
nobody died.
there was no shots. There was not. It wasn't like obviously the height of the violence was someone using a chair in it.
Yeah.
Like there was no unless there was other stuff, but I didn't see any there were no knives or nothing crazy. It was just we're gonna throw these fists. You might get a power bomb. You might get slapped. Like
Those folded chairs have received great PR ever since.
Yeah. I've seen an oil painting.
Hey, let's not go too
I
far.
love
Let's revel in the jokes a little bit. Let's not get too
The folded
crazy.
chair was invented by a black man.
Is that urban facts or?
I just saw a picture going around
That is
saying that the
hilarious.
inventor of the folded chair was a black man. I don't know if there's any truth to it.
That sounds like a Dr. Umar fact. I don't know if that's real facts or
The stocks have gone up in Walmart.
Oh my
everyone's buying
gosh.
folded chairs and
Everyone's buying them folded chairs.
nah, it's cold, man.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, man. Like they started it, and you know they surely did not finish it.
How fight ready are you lot?
Yeah.
If we leave here now, and God forbid, someone just starts assaulting you.
It was a black man.
What's that?
Yeah.
That invented the folded chair.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Shout out him.
Yeah. How
Look
ready
at the doubt in your voice, the doubt in your mind. Foles is like, nah, I can't be here.
No, I just know our people. Like I'm all for the lie. I'll believe in the lie. That's what we're doing. But I just wanted to be actual and factual, innit?
Yeah, love that. Yeah. Journalism. I'm ready. Let's go.
No. There's no. When me and you're not fighting.
Yeah, no, but I know you stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. Even you said earlier that I'm strong when I was gripsing you up.
Hey, let's not put too much sauce on the story there.
Agenda.
Man, how fight ready are you?
It depends on how threatened I feel.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if I know that, like, I'm in real danger, then it's just an instinct.
Okay. I hear it.
Yeah.
First thing for me is to run, but you know.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Clean pair of heels.
That's what I was saying. It depends on how threatened I feel, like, because there's been situations where you can just diffuse.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've been caught in that, like, trying to do the peacemaker thing and like, we're both black. This ain't gonna work all the time, man.
Yeah, but you have to gauge the type of Donnies that you're up against. You really do, man. Yeah. But in situations where it's like you've got no other choice, you just have to defend yourself at the end of the day, innit? I
hear you. I'll just double check in it because you never know, innit?
How fight ready are you?
I think I'm fairly fight ready in that, but like I don't want to fight no one. This isn't like an invitation.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not like a come fight Foles.
This isn't like there's no link in bio, Eventbrite.
I can put one there.
No.
I can organise it.
No, there's
sure?
Organise a jump in.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind.
Maybe like Justy Smollett, Group hat.
Oh my days. No, I'm alright, but listen, everyone cool let's lead with peace and love, innit?
Yeah.
That's how I'm for the most part anyway. So but yeah, definitely on the defense, innit? But obviously just allow me, innit?
Yeah. Loud Foles.
Yeah, I mean, like, how willing are you lot ready to, like, bang for your colleague?
Colleague?
Because essentially that's what it was now. Like, the Donny worked for the...
No, but they were just civilians.
Some civilians, but then there was also...
Yeah, I reckon there were people there that, like,
the Donny that swam, him. I swear, like, he worked there.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. In that situation, my colleagues... It depends on setting though. If we're out,
something like that. I'm not going to watch my colleague get.
If I invited you somewhere,
like uncle out as well.
Yeah, like no.
You see uncle like from work.
Oh no! If you see the people the people that you greet in the morning downstairs.
Yeah.
If I see that, now coming back in you, innit? But
yeah.
If like you've been slow to respond to my emails,
you're just there watching them get jumped.
Yeah. Or like when something's happened at work, you blind CC'd other people to get me in trouble and that.
Oh,
I might give a couple kicks as well.
You send people the wrong direction, so I'm not surprised.
Wow.
I've changed. I've reformed, bro.
He's changed. I have to back my boy.
Are you crazy?
He's changed.
I hate Chase Chris.
You told us.
You're drinking without Chris. Are you crazy, bro?
That is true, you know.
Wow. What's your etiquette,
Foles,
bro?
you're just really coming through for me today. And I love you for that.
I'm a cufflink, man. Part of the Chrissy house, man.
They
let me in.
They let you in, yeah.
Just before the doors closed, they let me in and that.
Welcome.
Where did your love for like pink gin come from? Is this like a
so
barb
much.
thing? Is this a
who?
I was just being silly. Is this like a barb thing? Pink agenda?
Cheers. No, I just really like pink.
Okay.
Pre-Barbie. And I just liked gin one day.
Pre-Barbie?
Yeah.
Or like pre-Barbs? Because he said Barbs.
I know. I'm actually just refusing to acknowledge that because it was never going to be that.
I feel like a lot of like girls associate their love for pink through that.
No.
In the more modern era, but like if we're being classic, it would be like Barbie and pink and stuff.
I just really like pink.
Okay.
But pink gin, I don't know, it's just such an interesting beverage. You know?
Expound.
Refreshing. I feel like sometimes
she tried to hit me with a HR, bro. And she's just so matter of fact, beverage.
I'm not a vodka babe. It's a bit of a scary beverage to me. Love a tequila.
Oh, we know you 1942, but only drinking
no,
with
okay,
me and Vans.
Wait.
Being in the dance with Chrissy, she's never bought 1942, but when she's out with her girls and
don't lie.
When did you buy 1942 with me?
When we went to Room 187.
What? You was drinking 1942
Amazing Grace.
then?
Yeah.
Were you?
I got you a shot, bro.
Was that 1942?
Yeah.
I was drunk that day.
How well versed are you though in the taste?
I beg your pardon?
But your mate likes Glen's vodka, so
Who likes Glen's vodka?
refined.
No, but I'm saying like, can you tell? Are you able to differentiate?
No, I am.
1942 to Casamigos to Patron is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I am. When it comes to those three, yes, but
They all taste quite different, but I don't want people to start jumping me.
why they jump you?
I like
Everyone's
Tina.
palate.
Yeah.
Mm.
But gin is just nice. And it also doesn't give me as much of a hangover as like brown liquor would.
Yeah, I've been lately with the brown liquor. I've had to take time,
Yeah.
and it's not too easy on the body and the love handles and that. So
Oh.
I have to cool down, innit?
Oh. Yeah, it's just really nice. Try it.
I've got a new word this week. I'm not going to do it now, but hopefully before the end of this podcast, I'm going to find a way to
Okay.
seamlessly,
All right.
just add it to the conversation. And
Okay.
that.
Do you know what? I really, really, really do respect the fact that you're always trying to expand your vocabulary.
It's needed, man.
Yeah. I love that.
Even though sometimes I'll be fighting English, it's fighting me. It is what it is, man.
Let's just accept the love.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
We'll go with that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. But did everyone's they've had a good week? Everyone's like a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only said it because like I feel like we are still waiting for this heat wave that's been promised for like, many moons ago.
I remember I
mean-
said
And it's like every time you feel the weather's coming, it's like it gets worse and worse.
remember I said to you that I love the fact that you've lived in London all your life, but you still have hope for this weather. The heat wave is not coming.
We need it though, at least for bank
We
holiday
need
weekend,
it.
man. Like come on, man, something. Man.
Oh, so you can be outside like a fox in your singlet.
No, that's not necessary.
Like if we are going to be suffering long term from the effects of global warming, at least give us a little something now, innit? Do something.
No, there was a place in the Middle East, I cannot remember where it is, where they recorded a temperature of 57 degrees.
People are
Okay.
just burning.
Yeah, that's a bit too much.
Yeah, it's like almost at the limit of,
Being cooked.
yeah,
I can do a young
human
40.
capabilities.
Like the AI generated white people that had.
With the sunburn.
These are
And
proper
with the
like black
sunburns.
Twitter inside jokes and that. If you've not seen the photo, you wouldn't know exactly what we're talking about. But yeah, I can do a young 40 degrees though.
I've done 50 and I felt like I was going to unalive.
Where was
No,
you,
40
like-
was nuts.
Dubai,
Yeah, but they're kind of more set up for that over there, though, isn't it?
demonic. But even like the 2 minutes you're outside between the taxi and the venue,
It's a lot.
it's so hot. One night we got a taxi less than 500 meters and the guy was like, Madam, it's over there. We said, we know, but looking like this with my good clothes on. Because by the time you get there, you, like, there's nothing left of anything. Your lashes pop down, your lace is shifted. It's long.
Yeah, we don't want that.
It's so long.
We lift it.
Yeah. Looking like a new era.
There, you said it.
Hi.
When it comes to black women and hair jokes, you can lead that charge. I ain't playing over there, man. I don't want no smoke over there, man.
It's too hot. But
Yeah.
I don't understand how climate deniers can look at what's happening in the world and just be like, yeah, climate change is not real.
True.
So scary.
Scary.
Because if we was to reach those kind of heat levels over here, then I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. The rapture's coming, man. Something's happening.
We'll die.
Yeah.
Because even when it gets really hot, when we do have those like hot weeks, there are quite a lot of excess deaths. And that's like, there's a certain amount of people they know are going to die every year, but it's just these like peak incidents that make people die outside of the average.
Okay. Yeah.
So when it's like really hot, you get a lot of older people that die sometimes. Quite a lot of the time actually, because they overheat, they don't have people to come and help them, etc. Same as when it gets really cold. So like people are going to start dying. It's not, I think what people don't realize, it doesn't need to get to 50, 60 degrees before we start feeling like really, really, really feeling the effects of it. Remember when we had those 2 weeks when it reached 40? It's unbearable. And I think about it like that for 3-4 months in a row. People are going to die.
Okay. Let's.
Yeah, but
I think you made your point.
yeah. Sorry, I just feel really strongly about this.
I can tell because that wasn't even on the document. We just got there somehow.
People are going to die.
Yeah, like Boris Johnson said.
You know what? He did say that, innit?
He said, firm up.
Yeah, and he was very flippant about it as well, innit? So, but yeah, I was saying I'll leave you to lead the jokes if it comes to like hair and black women and stuff. A section I want you to lead though is the GRM Gala. Our very own Gok Wan, Chrissy Wan.
Do you know what? I didn't see too many outfits, but I saw one that was heinous. It was egregious. It was abominable. It was an apology. That's what the outfit was. Like, how do I even describe it? Do you know who is this man?
I can't read your mind.
We saw it. Someone sent it in the group chat.
You're not meant to tell them this.
Oh, sorry. It was in the group chat. The picture.
The Ali Baba drip.
I said the Ali Baba, you know.
It was really given like, let my people go.
Yeah.
Just who?
Game of Thrones shame drip.
Oh, he looks like one of the yeah. Oh, what are they called? The sisters, the mothers. Yeah. Just needed the bell. Really bad. That's the only one I saw. No, actually, I saw a few more. There were no horrible. I didn't see any like outfits that were awful, but I just don't feel like the men tried. Was
there a theme that would always be my first question?
If there was, I don't know what it is.
And if there wasn't, I'm not mad at what I saw. This is how we leave this. So
there wasn't a theme.
Yeah, so GRM Gala, formerly GRM Daily, now GRM Daily. We've been GRM Daily for a while.
Yeah,
we have our own like. Obviously, don't always want to compare it to the Americans, but we have our own like Rock Nation brunch type of event in it. I've never been, so I don't know what it exactly entails. Obviously, good chance to network and that.
Yeah,
see other people and just go out and like, you know, be in the space with who's who in it. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people want to be in the most popping spaces in it. And I think if you get invited to that type of event, it is an indicator of you being around the movers and shakers in it.
Social status.
Yeah, social status. There we go. The people that might have got cooked last year, I feel like made more of an effort this year. Shouts out Young Steph. And I hope everyone takes these comments in good stride, didn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
He came in a full suit this time. Obviously last year was a little bit different, you know.
Hey, Vans is hilarious. Last year was a little bit different.
The waistcoat and jeans and trainers drip.
That's why I'm not mad at when you've been inside the man. Them like, what else are they gonna wear other than suits? Innit? I like seeing people in like soft pastel colors, that type of stuff. Like, yeah, I think the man them look good this year. Okay, go on, man. Get your hate off. Sounds like hate to me.
It's not even hate, man. I just really wish that some of you prioritize, like, you know, real tailoring. Okay. I'd assume you got the funds, the bread, the resources to, like, you know, pattern up something properly.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, a lot of the man them did look good. I can't lie. But the ones that didn't, oh my gosh, it's like they rushed or they stole or they haven't worn some of their stuff for years.
Once they rushed, they stole, you know.
Okay.
It's a lastminute.com.
Either of the three.
Wow.
You know that you've like, and this is organized. It's not a last minute invite type of situation. I don't know. But I would assume, you know, this has been known for quite some time. Pattern up. Got the time to do it.
I want to see when you get invited to one of these spaces. I want to see what Vans wears.
No, but like back him. You know,
he's not a shit dresser.
Okay.
But you know, you think you dress good to other people start having like opinions on your outfit.
No, absolutely.
Okay, fair.
That is true. However,
speak your mind, man.
I think if it was me, just being the type of person that I am, I'd probably prioritize that a lot more than someone else.
But am I safe in assuming you're going to do the suit thing? Double-breasted blazer, maybe. That was like the go-to for a lot of the guys there was a suit.
Yeah, I think that's what's currently in at the moment in terms of suits. A lot of men are wearing the double-breasted thing with, you know, either shoes or crepes, like smart trainers.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult, to get that wrong. If you get that wrong, it's all on you.
But sometimes it's a fit thing, because if you pull up there with the Bishop TD Jakes fit, then that's when, you know, things can go a bit awry.
You need to adjust your shape. This is where tailoring comes into it.
Fair.
Do you know what I mean? So, you know, there was a few others that, like, Bobby Schmurder was there.
But I don't think, but them man, I don't think that's definitely last minute.
He came in what he came in. Like,
I don't look at that like him and Fabulous. Yeah, they were just in town, innit? So
can we discuss Fabulous?
What did
fit,
you?
please?
I need to find a picture.
Fabulous is
Chrissy
fit
favor.
Is insane.
Okay,
let me show you, lot, because one thing Fab is gonna do, yeah, like
Where's match?
you're always gonna. Well, his outfits are always gonna be in question. Basically, is what I'm saying.
When did this become? Because growing up, like, or maybe just how we looked at Americans.
He was
like,
a fly don.
he was a fly guy. I want to know. I want to try. And it was like, Fabulous. His fits on. Hey, And you know what? Yeah, I'm happy we've moved away from the tighter thing, but I think there is a bit of a pandemic when it comes to the big trouser.
It's so boot cut.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
big
God.
trouser thing at the minute is
awful.
I think we've gone a
giving
bit
him
too
hips.
far. I think we've gone too far left.
It's giving him hips.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is mad,
Blame Ashake.
bro. This whole picture, anyway.
Hey, chill out. Hey, gangway in that picture, man. Chill out, man.
Hey, but you know what? Shout outs to. It looked beautiful. I can't lie.
I think that should be the
Sky
focus.
Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vibe looked, correct. I couldn't detect anything other. Obviously, like, I can imagine when you're in there, like, the people know who people want to speak to the most or be around the most, things of that nature. But it was just good to see, like, everyone, even, a couple of podcasters in there.
That's what I always look for
as well.
first. I would like who from our space is in the room representing, and a lot of people a lot of people that are doing their thing. No Behavior, 90s Baby, Winners Talking.
Yeah.
See some of the people that or Billy the Goat. He's obviously got a podcast and doing like the streaming thing as well. There might be some people I'm missing, but those are the ones that I saw across my feed, and that's always good to see, because we deserve to be in that space as well.
I agree.
What are you wearing next year, Chris?
You saying suited up, yeah?
Come on, man. The way we talk on here, we cannot get away. I mean, like 99. You know, like you're in a 99%
Success rate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Probability. There we go. Something denim for the culture.
Nah. See, if you ever had that, I swear, I'll just tell security.
Don't let her in.
She's got something in her bag, man. Don't let her in, man.
The woosh woosh.
Nah, if it's styled great, like, why not?
What, denim dress
Yeah, we can do
with a train?
I mean, we don't have to do all that. We don't have to do all that. It's not my wedding.
Big event, innit?
Okay, follow. What's next?
Hey, man. No beef, man.
No, actually, I have to be nice to you. Okay, it's been a long day. Sorry.
Yeah, let's get along. If anything, let's attack this way.
Oh,
You didn't see the women's now.
Yeah, shout out
At
to
the gala.
the ladies, man.
I didn't really see the picture of the babes, but
I don't really talk
trust
about
them.
women's drip, man. Like that, man. Listen, you all look nice, man.
Henry looked nice. Nah, they didn't. Let's not do that. Sorry.
Are you bad vibes?
Nah.
Okay, lead with what you didn't like, innit? Oh, see, now you don't want to commit.
Who I didn't like out of the women?
Was Adiola Patron there?
I don't know who that is.
She
I
does
feel
a,
like
she
if
does
you
a
know-
podcast
yeah,
in Marry
if
Me
you-
called Press Podcast. She's a
Oh,
YouTuber.
right.
She was. I think Chrissy brought her up because she always.
She always looks good.
She looked really good at the Guap Gala last year and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Dark skinned black girl.
Shouts
Marion
to
Musa
her.
always looks good as well. I don't know what she wore, but she looks good.
And
Nella
so those
Rose, you
like
can
your
always
go
trust.
tos, like when it comes to like big events like this,
Yeah.
you go and look to see who's.
Yeah. I feel like those look quite nice.
Yeah.
Who else was there?
Miss Banks, Just
okay.
Jean.
Just
Just
Jean.
Jean looked great.
Yeah, Emma.
Hemma.
Trying to think
Nah,
people
yeah, she
people that
always
might have had on
looks
the podcast. Yeah.
Simply Shy, she always looks really good as well.
Okay.
I don't know if she was there.
Do you know who looked so happy to be there?
Rimsey.
I love that for him.
Hey, it was killing as well. He was snapping that. I was snapping him over. I said, "Yo, family,"
Listen, everyone, he was just happy,
Oh,
man.
I love that.
and that's how it should be, man. I don't
Yeah.
like stiff vibes. Like if you're there, like sometimes people go, "Oh, act like you've been there before." What if I haven't?
Yeah.
What if it is my first time and it's showing? So what? I'm not saying he hasn't. I don't know if he was there last year or not, but like, I want to see that, like, and treat our thing like it's lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the next day everyone's posting up their fits and stuff, and like I said, people that didn't look as good last year, they was posting with more confidence.
I love that.
There's no way in hell I looked as bad as
Yeah.
last year. This year,
You're not
I
gonna
showed
get me
out in
again.
it. So yeah,
Wretch looked dapper.
he always looks good. He always looks that part.
Yes, he does.
Harry Pinero, good.
You're right over there. Can you sit still?
Barely.
Don't say anything. Just keep swiping. I like Kona's outfit.
Yeah, I wasn't too
Is
sure
that
on crepes.
the Gucci Yeah, I like Conan's. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Who else was there?
Hey, what's killing me is a visual representation for the listeners at home. Man's just scrolling through the hashtags, like, trying to find.
But that's
fits.
how you search stuff, though. Like you go on TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah,
You're not gonna look on Google.
Posty came with the custom grills and the GRM brooch.
you look good.
Posty, GRM.
So not Post Malone.
Oh my god. Oh my.
K-Trap, you know.
We're not gonna ignore that.
He,
Can't inquire again.
Post Malone.
I was like, is that what the kids are calling him these days? I don't know. Oh my. Okay, who else?
K-Trap, you know, he kept it safe.
This is what I don't like about the man them though, because if man are gonna do something too crazy, I'm not like it's clean, he looks good. It's a suit, isn't it? Like as long as it fits well.
Yeah.
Of course, wearing a dark colour is it lends for being safe. I hear it.
Yeah.
I like gets his fit. Oh my friend, let me see
I wasn't too keen on.
Yeah, I couldn't repost this. This is obviously Obo, innit?
Oh, why are you such a tart?
Inside joke, man.
Yeah.
Eddie Candy.
Follow, I really want to respect you. Can you get together, please? What did he wear?
It doesn't even look bad, but it's because of how Vans reacted. Like he swiped and he swiped back.
Did it double take? Oh, okay. That's a lot of material.
I do think we're in a bit of a. Okay, am I wrong in saying this? There's a bit of like a big trouser epidemic at the minute.
Yeah,
yeah,
there is.
As a woman, how do you feel about the man in the big trouser?
I don't mind as long as, like man said, you're dressing for your shape. That's
okay.
That goes for everyone.
Yeah. I hear you.
Aloni.
You look lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
Like with the big trouser thing, she looks really nice.
You're not about to get to tell me any
chocolate
on the record that any girls look bad. We can crucify the man them switch. Like I said, we'll leave Chrissy to lead that side of the conversation. If there's any women you didn't like in their fits, you can express yourself. Like you said, you're fight ready, innit? So if anyone catch you outside, you know.
I'm not inviting.
Oh no, but like just in case, isn't it?
Oh, okay. I love the big trouser, but I don't feel like I wear it well. It wears
Who the
me.
hell is that, bro? Man's wearing remember a denim bag.
Oh, let me see.
That's Chrissy's MCM.
Okay, that's awful.
Man's wearing double denim
There's
with a
so
denim
much
bag.
jeans.
It's Martin from Love Island.
Oh, is that
Of course it
mine?
is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's good, man. The who's of London and that was out, man. It's good, man. Is this what is this the 4th, 5th year at this point?
Third.
I was jumping ahead, boy.
They're close enough.
Yeah.
Around there almost. So it's good though, man. I'm happy to see it, man, and more power to them. That venue looked really nice though.
Yes, they look beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So it's always good. That's always the thing. As soon as that event happens, that's where everyone goes to, innit? We all act like we're above it now, but everyone's going to go and see how everyone's dressed. You know, if we look like we're having a good time.
Social commentary.
And even small things. So like, okay, for you, like as a girl going out, yeah, I saw a lot of the girls wearing GRM sliders, and they had like GRM branded fans and stuff. Just like things that make your night a bit more smoother. And easy.
Yeah. That was a nice touch, actually.
Obviously, drip or drown. Like, if you're a babe, like I would like to see you keep your shoes on and that. But if you're gonna take them off and they got a slider for you, why not? Innit?
Is barefoot in the dancing it?
Impossible. Your name's not Sexy Red.
Oh.
Or Sukihana.
Impossible.
Okay.
End of the night and that. They
Bruv,
walk around barefoot.
Why is your feet touching the floor?
Okay.
At the worst case scenario, you must have enough wrist to make one of the man to take their socks off and let you wear them. And that. You walk around here barefoot.
Scary. Step on something.
Yeah, no. There's have some decorum in it.
Yeah.
There's some things that do you see there's that long list of stuff that's on the ick list for the girls.
Yeah.
We don't really have that thing as guys, but if we were, that would be on there.
Speaking of that list, actually, something new went on there the other day, and it's the Stairmaster. Like, as a man, why are you using the Stairmaster?
As a straight man, you shouldn't be on the Stairmaster.
Yeah.
No. Homophobia is rife, bro. So if I was gay...
They want us to build our legs, but we can't go in the Stairmaster.
No, so if I was gay, I could get in the Stairmaster.
That's crazy.
That's...
The jokes write themselves. You lot telling yourselves all the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so at the minute, like, all jokes aside,
Yeah.
the man them can't get on a Stairmaster.
So there's a guy that has a list of all. It's like a collation of all the things women have said online that men cannot do.
Yeah.
And it's like 185 or something stupid like that. So
I think
is
it's in the 700s.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I mean, I know how you guys think, like, 185 is kind of low. Like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's so long, and that's the most recent one to go on there.
Wow.
But I think that one's ridiculous.
Are you rolling stairs, Stairmaster, or you know the one where like it's up down like this? That one where like
I know what you're talking about.
you're doing the hip swivel.
I think she meant all of them.
Wow, all of the above.
Yeah.
See, I'm just asking. See, when you say stuff like that to me, I wasn't doing it before. Now I'm gonna do it more.
But we know you.
But Stairmasters is just basically like going up the stairs.
Yeah.
So what? We can't go upstairs now.
I don't agree with her.
You know, so funny. Chrissy's bearing the brunt of all the energy of that. Like she's the one that said it.
She's like, calm down, man.
Yeah, like, wasn't me.
Calm down.
Nah, but that's crazy.
Bruv, you can't listen to women all the time, man.
I
can't.
agree.
They'll
I
lead you
really
down
agree.
the.
We don't stand with all women.
No, because some of them bitches is what?
Oh,
Well, finish.
Very
the sentence.
dumb.
Are they dumb?
Yeah.
How dumb is Lizzo? Speaking of standing with women,
I think what she's been accused of is awful. And if she's guilty, then I hope that all her flutes break.
give the people some context. What are we talking about here?
So Lizzo's been accused by some former dancers
Yeah.
of an array of things, but I suppose the idea is that she's just a horrible person and she makes them do really inappropriate things. So they're saying they want to get her out of here. But what's not really helping is that some of the dancers went on, I don't really know what it was, whether it was a news show or it's just like a internet news place. And
Internet news place.
no, but you know, like there are some, like TMZ, for example, is
Yeah.
not necessarily a news channel, but it's internet news.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
You landed it.
So I think they were asking them, like, so what did she do? What did she say? And they're like, oh, she didn't actually stop me from going to the toilet. She kind of just made me feel like I couldn't go.
Okay, I've got it here. So 3 of Lizzo's former dancers have accused the singer of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment in a lawsuit filed Tuesday. They also allege that she pressured one of them to touch a nude performer at an Amsterdam club and subjected the group to an excruciating audition after levelling false accusations that they were drinking on a job. The dancers accused Lizzo, a performer known for embracing body positivity and celebrating her physique, of calling attention to one dancer's weight gain and later berating, then firing that dancer after she recorded a meeting because of a health condition.
Lizzo fat shaming is crazy.
It's like, I'm fat, but you fat.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, to add some balance, I saw a take that said, at the end of the day, these women are working for her, and regardless of size, if
What does
you
that
are,
mean?
no, hold on. So the point that she was making is that as a dancer, regardless of what size the person was,
Yeah.
if as a dancer, like, you cannot maintain your weight, it's something that's going to affect your job, all the rest of it. So they're like, well, I don't know, saying it out loud, it didn't feel the same now.
I think I saw a clip. Was it a light skinned lady with a bonnet on?
Yeah,
I think I did see that.
The way she explained it,
the way she
made
broke
a
it
lot more
down,
sense.
and I got someone that used to dance when younger and that. So
Yeah,
I do get it, but then in isolation, yes, that side of
yeah,
the industry probably has this like body positivity and communication might not be the nicest. We watch like Making the Band and like behind the scenes, it's not that pretty, innit? The way people might speak to you, how they deal with you at auditions.
Tyra
like,
Banks.
Get out.
It's not music,
Yeah.
but Tyra Banks.
Yeah. But she was doing a lot for TV.
Oh, she was awful.
Yeah, she was doing a lot for television. But this is a special situation because the leader of the group
Yeah.
is a bigger babe who's embracing body positivity, and you get a lot of love and like accolades for that. Do you remember they were trying to make her the fat icon? So you remember when I think she did like, I don't know if it was like a juice cleanse or she just did like, you know, like you have a heavy weekend or week, 2 weeks where you've enjoyed yourself loads. And
You're on
like,
a little detox.
I'm doing a little detox, and then people just started getting onto her. You know, this, you know, she succumbed to like, you know, dangerous weight culture, all these things. When all she's really done is I've been eating Big Burger for like the last 6 days.
Nah, fat
Big
babe's gone.
Burger.
And for the last 3 days, all I just want to do is, you know, do a bit of a cleanse. Like, I want my skin to look nicer. because I've been eating too much sugar for the last like 5 days, or whatever.
Yeah, they were like, our fat babe's gone.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Like,
We
a hero.
We were meant to be fat together.
How can
Like,
you say hero?
no, but genuinely, that's how she was viewed by some people. Rightly or wrongly, though, innit? And I think she did benefit from that a bit as well, because you become people's muse a little bit, because you know they see themselves in you. They see, and that person is confident and successful and like getting all the accolades that all the other slimmer babes are getting.
Yeah,
and she's still doing it whilst being that size, innit? So, but yeah, you can't be a big babe like that and then body shaming.
Yeah.
Now,
That's
to what that
very
lady
crazy.
said though, I hear it. But could you also been body shaming and saying you're too skinny?
Could be the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
It could be,
Yeah.
but it was just like, you can't be the mascot of body positivity and start commenting on my shit.
But let's be honest, like in terms of the front of the queue when it comes to body positivity, it's not the skinny babes aren't like the center of conversation, innit?
It depends if the babe was skinny or not.
Yeah, I'm
We
saying,
don't know
but to that point though, and it's like when we're talking body positivity, the asterisk is the bigger babes. Really, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
Not saying we want to see like the anorexic babes and that's the other side of stuff as well.
yeah.
But if we're talking body positivity, in my opinion,
like obviously,
it's more for the bigger babes.
Yeah, because like fat shaming is a problem. So it's just one of those ones that is very prominent. Like I think like slurs towards fat people are louder than the ones that are to the skinny ones.
Yeah, facts.
Do you know what I mean? So I think with her being like her flying the flag for that, and then you go and turn around and comment on anything in terms of appearance that can make someone feel away, then obviously like they're just building the case in that.
Yeah.
Amongst
could he just
all
be
of the
like
other things.
Disgruntled employees and that.
It could be disgruntled employees, but it's not just for one thing. There's so many like different types of things. Like what was it? Sexual harassment. I think there was even like something to do with religion as well.
Oh.
And then the big one with the events in what happened in that strip club in Amsterdam.
Oh, the whole banana thing and yeah.
Crazy.
So I think if that's going to be the one to, you know, to break the camel's back, and then you add all the other bits into it, it's a lawsuit.
Yeah.
No, there's a lawsuit happening right now. But to be honest with you, I think she's going to be fine. And the lawyer that she went to go and get,
Yeah.
she got one of them lawyers. She got one of them like Bill Cosby type lawyers. She got one of those like.
I'm sure he actually defended Bill Cosby.
The person that you go and get like.
Okay.
Yeah, that when it's really, really mad.
Let me try and find it.
Do you know what I mean? Like when you're going against someone of power in relation to where you are in your life and your career and whatnot, is you could either get some money from this or you'll just be overpowered.
Yeah, and I don't see.
So like, it's got to be a strong enough case where like, you know, a lot of it may go in your favor.
And even then, it's not enough, because if you're going against someone that's got more money than you, they can drag it out longer.
So this lawyer has supported John Travolta, Bill Cosby, Kim Kardashian, Chris Brown, Jonah Hill,
Bill
Crosby.
Crosby.
Cross.
Oh, sorry. Do you know
Cross
what?
bun.
Sorry, I'm reading it and it literally says
One a
Bill
penny,
Crosby.
two a penny.
Justice.
Oh my gosh.
What?
It actually says Bill Crosby in there. That's what
Okay.
it says.
Apologies.
Tristan Thompson, Caitlyn Jenner, the
What's
Kardashians,
Tristan Thompson doing in there?
Quentin Tarantino, Jim Carrey, and Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That lawyer's
Yeah,
been
certainly.
around the block.
Yeah, it's exciting though.
Yeah.
Look at the names.
Shouts out to them people that's in that lawsuit, man.
Yeah, but it does, getting a lawyer like that, even if she is innocent, I suppose you will get the best person for the job, but it's a bit like.
But you know, I don't like that, because I've seen people do that. Or like when insert guy A that's got like done a alleged of a madness.
Yeah.
I need the best person for the job.
Fair. That's
And
very
you
fair.
think like I should consider the public perception that I've gone and got this lawyer that's represented like all these serial killers and that. If that's the person
that's
that's
going to get
best
the job
suited for the
done.
job,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and get them. Innit?
I agree.
Now I hear why people go, nation of guilt, but I'm trying to go home. Do you
Yeah.
want to go jail? Or do you want to go home?
True.
Exactly. And if I'm innocent, I really want to go home.
Yeah.
Innit?
Have you seen the statement that she put out?
No. What did she say?
These last few days,
I was gonna say these bitches.
Lizzo says, these last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually, I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. Full stop. The end.
Oh. I mean, succinct.
She's gonna cook them, man. They're done, man.
Oh.
Sometimes in life it's not nice, yeah, but it does. The truth doesn't matter.
She did not address anything.
Not one
She
thing.
just said,
Shout out
hey,
you lot.
yo,
I've seen it.
you lot were told, innit? And you lot already publicly admitted. So she's probably going to run with that in this case.
Yeah, but also it's like, what is there to address if we're going down the legal route? She's probably taking legal advice and, just don't say anything.
It's true.
Because anything can be misconstrued, whatever, and,
But then, like, also, what can also hurt you is public perception.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're not guilty, how you handle a situation where people already throw a lot of dislike towards Lizzo and, unnecessary commentary, because obviously, like, she does do outlandish things.
Having her cheeks out at a basketball game.
Like, a lot of the commentary is geared towards the fact that she's a big woman.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like, you are hugely successful, but you're not, like, I don't know how she's perceived,
I'm gonna keep it a buck, yeah. Her being a fat black woman is probably gonna help in this case.
Possibly.
I just don't think she's gonna get her out. They're gonna get her out of here like this.
I don't think they're gonna get her out of it. They're just gonna make her pay.
Even the reactions to it is like, it was more like, and I understand why, like, oh, this is really shocking, but just because this person has this public persona because of what they may represent, she can be all those three things I mentioned and be a horrible person. And she's also kind of allowed to be that as well, because we're not this just one monolithic thing. Like, just because someone, sits in the plus size range, it doesn't mean they're going to be nice to everybody.
Yeah, no,
like, doesn't mean nothing. And just because she's a black woman doesn't mean she's going to be nice to everybody as well. And
a lot of horrible fat people.
You can't. It's going to sound. You do reserve the right to kind of roll at that as well, because you're not going to be lovely every second of the day, and you don't want to pressure that person on their job, and like, we've got a show to make here. Okay, cool. Behind the scenes, do you think it's all sweetness and light for Beyonce's dancers?
No,
do you think they're not under immense pressure?
I don't think.
And I'm not saying that to, like, let's draw a line in the sand. I'm not saying that this is what they're going through behind the scenes, but I'm just as it's a current tour that's going on right now, world tour.
Yes,
like, you're not.
However,
you miss a step.
Yeah, but at the same time, we are in the world of entertainment. I do get that,
Yeah.
but being a boss in any job, your main responsibility should create a comfortable working environment. Yes, we do know that we do work in high pressured environments, but it doesn't mean that you got to be a dickhead to the people that are working for you.
That is true in theory. In theory.
But then it's also true in practice, because there are lots of people who work in high pressure environments and have bosses that don't make them do awful things.
Yeah, of course. But this is raised because of the extra accusations. Maybe they shouldn't have gone to Amsterdam. Maybe that was the leg of the tour that they should have missed it. But do you remember
because we all have bosses, and like we know, like along your career in working, like who have been great bosses and who have been absolute dickheads.
Yeah,
you just know it. And
very true.
In this case, it could be that.
No, definitely. I'm not taking it off the table. I was even going to say do you remember that? I think Michael Jackson was on stage and he was singing. I can't remember what he was saying. Like, Job's gone. Do you know the clip I'm talking about? Like,
no.
You fucked up, bro. I'm not letting you off the hook, innit? Like,
Michael Jackson, when I was watching the This Is It documentary, like where they were going through the rehearsals for that 50-date tour that he was never going to do.
Yeah.
You can see how the whole thing of being a perfectionist, bleeds into the line of also being a dickhead whilst being a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because like,
and that's more of what I'm speaking to. Like,
because you have a standard for yourself, some people like, you know, expect that of you.
Yeah.
That's why like a lot of people were calling like, not even to bring it to football, but like Thierry Henry.
I know exactly who's gonna go
when he was a captain, like.
No, when he became a manager.
Both. So when he became a captain and when he became a manager, he expected things of other people of what he expected of himself. But not everyone has your abilities, bro.
Yeah.
It's why Roy Keane can't be a manager in modern day football right now.
So it's like when you are that type of person that are driven within yourself due to your abilities, you can become a dickhead or you can be perceived as an arsehole.
Yeah.
But there's also like of just having that innate horrible spirit about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I just was looking at it from the other side, especially where, like I say, rightly or wrongly, I don't think they're gonna win this, bro. Like, some of it is giving disgruntled employee, and there'll be blurred lines because things probably happen behind the scenes, and there may not be enough evidence and recorded conversations and things, and you can just be vexed. Like I've had times where I definitely may have had more people on my side if I say what happened at work, and other times where it is my side and their side, they're gonna win.
Yeah.
And that just comes with dealing with someone that is further along the journey than you, innit? It's not right, but it just kind of is what it is. So
and there's a lot of mixed reaction in regards to this.
Yeah.
Just because like some people might be on the other fence of like, well, like no one, you know, should be able to force you to do things that you don't want to do. And you know, that's a very big.
Don't clip that and use that against the podcast. That's a very
this is not me saying this.
Yeah,
like I think it's
let's be
actually
clear.
dangerous in saying that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because like, even if like there's no physical threat involved, like you can still be coerced into doing stuff that is.
If everyone's doing it and you know, you don't want to like ruin the vibes.
Fear of losing your job.
Yeah.
Fear of losing your job, like, and getting to that level as well. A lot of these people, like, you're fighting against thousands of people to get there. Like, you've worked your ass off, and the last thing you want to do is risk losing that.
Fired, then blacklisted. Imagine that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Finished.
Like, so, yes, in a high pressured environments, like, these toxic things may happen.
Yeah.
So that's where the lawsuit lies.
Anyone ever offered you coke at a work party?
So many times.
Yeah.
So many times.
Bro, I've seen people like lose certain things, just by not being involved enough at work.
Mm-hmm.
So I say that to say this. Would you fake snort a line to get the promotion?
Let's go.
Not me.
Okay. I was out at a work party and someone asked me like if I knew, like if I could get anything.
Guy.
Like if I could get anything, innit?
Do you know what? The first time someone like I ever saw like drugs in 4K, it was like maybe like 4 or 5 months into being at the job that I was in. And we all went out on a night out, like, ooh, great. And then afterwards, one of the managers was like, oh, like, let's go back to mine. But he lived locally.
Hey, Chrissy.
No, but it was like literally the whole office. It wasn't.
Hey, yo.
Promotion.
Combination.
It wasn't just like it wasn't just me. There's like literally everyone. So we went back to his and they like pouring drinks, great. And then so me and this other girl were sat on the sofa, just like everyone's chatting. And then I remember he says, at the risk of being too forward, does anyone want some? So I turn around and he's literally like passing around a plate that had Coke on it, but I thought it was going to be snacks. So I was both like...
Logical girl. You thought it was Doritos.
I literally thought it was snack because I heard him get the plate out the cupboard. So I was like, "Ow!"
Hey,
Like
Chrissy
we finna
thought
have
there was
snacks.
salsa dip coming in that.
Honestly, so I've turned around and like, I was like, "Oh no, thank you." But I just remember being, when you're just sat there and you're like,
you're startled
because I was just like, "Oh, so you're just." Because you hear it, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't expect it to be.
In certain settings, that's really not a big deal.
But it just really caught, like, and I suppose because I'd never seen it before as well, I was just like, no, thank you, but I'll take a gin and tonic, thank you, if you have that. And Doritos, do you have those?
Do you know what would have gone down well with that gin and tonic? A line of Coke.
Oh, my God. But, like, it made me, like, when... I think working at that job, because it was like quite high pressure, fast paced, and when people say to you like, "Oh, like loads of people do coke."
No, some jobs you kind of it's the by and by. You need it to succeed in that job.
There was a guy I worked with who I remember saying to him, "Oh, well, you sick again? Oh God, you've got a cold again?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then my manager said, "There's nothing wrong with him. He's just got a Colombian cold." And I was like, "What's that?" And he was like, "Drugs. He does drugs." I said, "Oh,
wait, a Colombian cold."
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Chrissy lost all her innocence to that job.
A Colombian cold, but like in that kind of environment, just like you said, sales is so like
target driven. Yeah,
do you know what? It's not even that like they're doing it at work. I think in some of the central London offices, you hear stories, but it was more like whenever we had our Christmas parties or work parties, it was very just like you said. It was like very normal. People be like, "Oh, what you wearing?"
Those buildings in Canary Wharf, they've got snow on them.
Snow,
bro,
on the top floor.
Snowfall.
Come on, what do you think this is?
Yeah.
I just said, "Okay, cool."
The stock market is about to crash.
92 bricks are in
and
there.
you think I ain't gonna do something? I need something.
Do something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, if you're on your way out,
Something to take the edge off.
well, I mean, you're gonna die. No, do you know what? Saying I saw
The
a
theme of
clip.
this podcast ain't
Wait,
death,
no,
bro.
sorry,
Yeah,
wait.
it's very morbid, like
Wait.
coming from that side of it.
Yeah, over
No,
there,
I'm
man.
It's very dark, very black.
Okay, what's next, follow?
No, don't do that. Don't just say like, "Oh, false segue. Take us away from death." You brought us here. They're gonna start calling you the angel of death. Can you chill out?
Stop it. How did we? I can lock this whole thing off.
You can, but you won't. You know,
I'll remove the.
you're in a fantastic mood. Also, shouts out to the Chrissy Hive.
Chrissy
I ran into
Hive.
one of our listeners on the weekend, Dammy. She
I just pulled up on you. And
no, it was my chill out. It was my cousin's birthday, innit?
Okay,
yeah,
shout out to
she
your
loves my
cousin.
cousin and that. So we went to go and see him, and she came as well. She's one of his friends. And she bigged you up as well. We tried to send you a cute video, but it was just too noisy in the party. Innit?
Oh yeah, I don't. My ears. Thank you, Dammy.
Yeah, but no,
Big up, Dammy.
shouts out to her. I just quickly remembered. She's very complimentary about you.
Oh, thank
Like,
you.
I love how you keep the boys in their toes. And I was like, I lie, man.
But not about us. Man.
No, she got to us afterwards.
Oh, right.
But bro, let the ladies lead with love. They love Chrissy, man.
Like,
Saying.
you don't want to receive the love?
No, I do.
What are you
I'm
saying?
happy.
What are you saying? Since Chrissy's got it, she started stealing all the babes.
Chrissy Hive.
Hey, Chrissy, come on.
No, they love the energy, man.
Yeah, it's good. And I love it when you get the love in person, innit?
Yeah. I remember I was out with one of my friends, and someone like came up to me when we were out. I'm like, "Oh, hi,
Did
Chrissy."
you jump?
That's not the point.
Like a
So
jack in a
then-
box. Chrissy be jumping. It's like, oh my God.
I'm a jumpy wave. So she's like, "Oh, like, I love the pod, everything else, great." And then my friend was like, "Oh, so people actually like listen to your little podcast?"
Wow.
I said, "Eh?"
Which friend is
What
this?
friend of that is yours?
I know.
Oh.
She was like, "Oh, like,
A lie,
oh, wow."
man.
I said, "Yeah."
She was grinning ear to ear when she saw me on
Yeah.
Vans. But tell her lie, man.
Yeah.
Don't even make me start on you.
No,
We love Annie.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love her. I was just saying,
Annie's
yeah,
my mate.
obviously. This
It's
one
a
is
slide
laughing at
drag
all
as
my
well.
jokes and that. Are you crazy?
Okay.
Yeah.
It was, when your friend was trying to be like, I think I said it last week, when no matter what your friend does, you can't be a big somebody. Like, you're actually just
No, but that's just part of
Right.
friendship. Like, you have be mindful though, because I think it is a line. But it's like, see with the man them. The most horrible things I've heard are from the people that love me the most. We said the most horrible things to each other, and I would never question their love. Like, they love me. It's set in stone, innit?
How do people drag you? What do they say?
No, I'm not going to give you
No?
any ideas.
Bro,
get my
I
clipboard
was
out.
at a little family thing on Saturday.
Yeah.
And, I saw someone that I ain't seen in a while. They were like, "Oh, swear down, yeah, big podcaster and that." And I was like, come on, man.
Stop,
Oh
chill
my
out,
gosh.
man.
Chill out.
Act normal, man. Act like
Relax.
you've been there before, man.
Yeah, man.
Don't that make you feel nervous though? Like, dear, listen.
If they listen, innit?
Oh.
But I know that they don't.
Okay, fair.
That big podcaster and that.
Where I've had to be mindful though is obviously like sometimes we like, you know, we go back in time to some of the old stories and that. But obviously things are developing life. We're growing, we're maturing. Some of the men are married, they've got kids and that. So you have to be, you have to step steady with some of the stories and that.
Be guided.
Yeah, because you never know who's listening to that. So
I mean, if they are like, and you know it's about you, just keep that between yourself.
Oh, chop the L.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear it.
But to round off the Lizzo
Because you
thing,
did that.
yeah, that's fair, but allegedly at all times, isn't it? Whose side are you on, Van?
Like,
I know we got away, but to round off the Lizzo thing, I think she'll be fine. And the things I named, being a fat black woman, I think will help her. Just because I don't think her community is going to dash her away. And she's blending a few communities.
I don't think like that's. I don't think that she is gonna be out of here, even if she lost. I think she'll just have to pay up.
No, I think if she lost though, and remember, if it was just a disgruntled employees thing with regards to like even the body shaming thing, I think she could cut through that. If you're saying she wouldn't be out if she lost and it leaned more to the sexual harassment thing, I think she'd be out of there for that. Because unfortunately, like victims and stuff, they're more harsh on each other. Like, is you're a woman and you did that as well?
It's true.
I think because, you know, they hold each other more accountable than... It's like if a black woman is accused of colorism, they're going to finish her.
But I also think that she's in favour, like, with the powers that be in music.
Oh, so they'll clean it up for her. Okay, yeah, maybe. But never say never. You lose your core audience, you're cooked.
It's true. But she does have a lane, and, you know, she's always acknowledged by the academy. So, like, you know, she's always considered in these high places. So... it could just be another thing where it's just a lawsuit that she just has to pay up in.
Yeah, because she had a small, not a scandal, but like, you know, remember that I'm 100% that bitch line? That was kind of borrowed from, she got it from social media.
Yeah.
Twitter.
But the actual black girl from London, that was her original thought. She actually sorted stuff out legally and got some stuff patterned up for herself. She actually essentially got credit and then she got some money for it as well.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like, you're using that line, even though we're not to know if Lizzo knew who it came directly from. You know, something becomes popular on the internet, but the person who coined it originally got taken care of, innit? So for some people, these kind of things are like a full circle moment of she's always been bad vibes.
I mean,
because you made a point earlier of that some people like jumping out of the box and getting onto her. You just didn't like her from the get because she's a big woman. So don't kind of use this as your excuse. You weren't rocking with her regardless.
And also, there's no smoke without fire. So I think sometimes things pop up, like not just out of coincidence. Like this is what you really are. But I don't know, man. She does have a great chance of beating this case, but you know, if
we're gonna forget about this, but we don't care about this like that.
If people are gonna win these type of cases and gonna get bread, there's gonna be a lot of artists that will be exposed in the future. Oh
yeah. You know, if she,
this may set like a mad precedent.
That's true. Yeah, we'll wait to see, man. So, speaking of presidents, though, it's a sad day in the community.
What happened again?
Hyatt Lounge. No, I want to take Chris is running away. I want to take something more lighthearted than that. But yeah, man, looks like the spot in Greenwich. Chris, do me a favor, do that just before you go. Thank you. Where they were feeding people suya from their hand, direct live-o and that. Okay, cool. Looks like they lost their license, innit?
Okay.
And the only reason why
Greenwich branch.
Yeah, the only reason it's important to me is because I think a lot of us, for a long time, we've not had places that were kind of for us, by us, whether that was owned by us or like friendly to us. So when you have somewhere that's popping,
is that owned by us?
No, that's why I correct myself. Whether it's owned by us or safe for us, like, you know, welcoming to us, innit? You know, obviously I want to go somewhere that's owned by us, you know, ideally.
Yeah, that shit's a Lebanese cuisine.
Yeah, that's why I correct myself, innit? I'm just like kind of leaning more towards, you know, back in the day, going places and like, oh, not tonight, lads, that type of thing, innit?
Yeah.
You know, and having a space. By the time when I checked out my friend, they were like, oh, you know, this is why black people can't have nothing and that. And I was like, I hear you on one hand, but at the same time, shit happens in clubs and bars and lounges where there's people, alcohol, like shit is gonna pop off. This isn't like a unique issue with black people, innit?
It's just because of the stigma that we already face, or that is already directed at us.
Yeah,
it's just amplified whenever like a situation, you know, happens. Like,
yeah.
So I think that's why, like, you know, like that whole thing of like, you know, we have to work twice as hard, blah blah blah. It's like we have to behave twice as more than anyone else.
Whilst I do
Because,
hear
like,
that though, it's like we shouldn't also subscribe to it because the initial thought itself is wrong. So having to work twice as hard, that's wrong.
Yes.
Having to behave twice as hard is wrong as well, because I've been in many different spaces, environments, different groups of people, and add alcohol, maybe drugs, like, you know, an environment where they might be overcrowding, you know, a lot going on, men in front of women, a lot of posturing. Shit's gonna happen. Shit's gonna kick off.
Yeah,
like,
and there are like a lot of factors that gear towards that.
Yeah.
But we just don't have the infrastructure in this scenario. Like, there's not enough ownership from us to withstand like these sort of things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and so when these things are being put on and there's a lot of light towards a certain thing, especially on social media, everyone's going to go towards there. But then when you find out some of the reasons as to why the licenses are suspended,
I can't argue with it.
you can't argue.
Women
with
getting slashed in the face, like, I can't lie to you, like
Like
women getting bottled in a spot is not like a normal
security
thing.
are like tipping off dons like that, you know, man them are here like
Yeah, have the bag.
that have the bag. Like, fam, I can't, like, what's there to defend?
Yeah, that's been happening for a long time though. Like, bouncers be in they
Inside
happened
job.
earlier this year where the person died over the watch.
Yeah.
And apparently it's because security
Yeah.
let someone know that someone's in there with an expensive watch.
Oh, that's
And
horrible.
I don't know if the watch is even real. That's why it's even more sad, isn't it?
Oh no.
Even that Sol Murray case in Luton with the honey trap thing, where the two girls, like, you met them on the gram, they come to the house.
Yeah.
They then two or three other guys come, rob him. I think they stab him in the leg. The watches are fake.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did he die?
Yeah, he died. Yeah, yeah. Saul Murray. So if you Google it, it was a big case, and that. So, like, shit happens, innit? When you're stepping outside, and yeah.
Oh god.
So yeah.
Awful.
Was this a sad day for you, Chris, or is this not an area you're gonna frequent?
Yeah, I'm so sad I didn't get to go there. It's top of my list of places to go.
I mean, at least the Camberwell one's still open.
Oh,
Hey, that's the trenches, bro.
I mean,
I've been in there. It's
of course you have.
a lot bigger than I
You'd
thought
think,
it would,
yeah, you get in
Like,
there.
Where
you
is
know,
it?
by looking outside.
In Canberra.
You walk past and don't even realize at all. Like, it's so
Yeah.
inconspicuous.
It's like in between, like, you know, some scaffolding or some shit.
It's like past like an off license
Yeah,
and like
a couple off licenses.
and there's like, I don't know if it's like a bakery or like the one stop shop, like market, veg, meat, all that stuff.
It's alongside that road where the Morley's is.
Oh, okay.
But way before,
Yeah, way before.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Imagine you're coming from McDonald's in Camberwell.
Mm-hmm.
You walk past, is that like the kebab place, the little Chinese buffet place you keep walking past?
Yeah,
And
like where
then there's
Enish
the bus,
is.
yeah, you're walking as if you're walking towards Enish.
Yeah.
There's a bus stop there. Just after the bus stop, just there. You
Oh,
see, yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But like, even me, when I clocked it with where it was there, it'd been there for ages. I always used to pass there. And then one night, I was like, where's everyone going and coming from? Like,
Do you know why though? All the babes go there. So obviously,
The guys
man,
follow.
I'm gonna,
anywhere women are,
yeah.
the men are there.
When I was in there was a scrap.
Oh, really?
These girls was fighting.
Damn.
Why are you sad? It's not like you wanted to be there.
No, do you want to see? We don't see women fighting.
last night.
Don't. Vans' woman voice is just so
like,
cliche,
it's
bro.
so horrible.
I was like, oh shit. I just want to go to the toilet.
Did you try and stop them?
Nope.
The last time we tried to get them into women fighting,
Did you get boxed?
no. It just doesn't look nice. I just didn't feel right as a man.
Bro, I don't know them.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
do you know what I mean? Like, they're same level, innit? Like, you lot handle your differences in the way that you want.
Yeah.
And if the security feel they need to break it up, then that's on them.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be caught between women fighting like you lot. Because you lot don't really throw bangs and that. It's like your hair pulling, scratching, someone scrapped me with a nail and that. Now I've got to go home and explain why my face is scratched.
She'll be like, now you got skin residue on someone's nails.
Yeah. Now come on, man. We don't need to do that. And it's not really where I want to be. Because even that time that we had to step in between a little altercation of that, I didn't feel like I felt my man points like was going down in that. Yeah.
Oh no.
I wish we did the necessary in that, but like you can't fight on our watch, but everyone had to get battered up after. Don't ever do this again.
Then one slip and you just look like a pervert.
No? How did we get there?
No, like as a...
Oh, a titty pop out.
Yeah, but as a guy, if you're like breaking up a fight or like you go to grab them and
it's
they
so
move,
funny
you
when
just
women
look like
fight,
a
they're
pervert.
just ass naked.
That's American women, yeah.
So why are you naked, bro? How come you see your bum? What's going on?
Bro, like, there was always that infamous fight where these two babes were fighting, like, and they were proper like squaring up, and one of them was just dishing out crazy bangs.
I think I know what the video talking about, yeah.
Gave her a mad combo.
Combination.
Don't fight.
Just don't
You
fight,
can help
man.
yourself. You can help yourself.
Hmm?
You said you couldn't help yourself.
Oh, it was too easy, man. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
it
just
was.
there, man.
You're
You
above
have
that.
to.
You're better than that.
Oh, above that?
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah? Thank you.
Sometimes it's you know,
It's
it's
just
a
there.
tapping is there, man.
Boop.
You don't see that video of Mama Nigalo. Sometimes you just have to smash it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, hear it.
Sports, innit? Sports reference. You wouldn't get it, man.
Woo.
You wouldn't get it, man.
Prem
But
soon return, yay.
what's that?
I said Prem soon return, yay.
Shout out to the women that are suffering in their house, man. Prem's coming back, man.
So excited.
This weekend.
Normalcy returns. How do you guys feel about the I don't know if I'm assuming I don't know if you guys were excited for the fight that's meant to be happening this weekend, Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua. There would have been their third fight.
Yeah.
But now it's been cancelled because Dillian Whyte failed a drugs test, or there was an adverse finding. was the
that what
word
they
that's
said?
been, that's the word that's
That's
being used in it.
hilarious.
So yeah, would you guys looking forward to that fight and that? Or?
Yeah, so much. Highlight my weekend.
Oh my god.
I didn't realize that it was this soon, to be honest. So when I did get the news that it had been cancelled, I was like, oh shit, like I didn't even realize. But do you know what? Like, I don't really like the business of boxing.
How do you mean?
I just think that like there's a lot of dilly-dallying and like it's just too business based to the point where like these men are forgetting that they have a rep to defend, like aside from belts. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, I'm not a boxing purist or like the biggest boxing fan by any stretch, but like it just seemed like when, especially heavyweight boxing, when it was exciting to me, there was just a lot more like the top fighters always seemed to be fighting all the time, where these men are just like ducking and diving.
Yeah.
I see Tyson Fury like just making excuses, just ducking dons for the dons that you know that you're gonna beat. Those are the fights that you'll happily accept. And I'm just like, go for like, there's like every 1-2 couple of years, like in the realm of professional boxing, like there's the fight that everyone is talking about, just like the Crawford and the Errol Spence fight.
Yeah.
Right? Where like these men should be fighting each other at this point in their careers. Like an exciting fight where like it's tipped as 50-50. Like there's not a lot of that in the heavyweight division. Like, and this Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte fight, or this whole cancellation, is just another example of that to me. So, you know, boxing fans, don't keep my back in. This is just my observation from an outsider.
Is this the first time it's been rescheduled?
No, this fight's cancelled, isn't it?
Well,
So Anthony Joshua's still going to fight this weekend.
Yeah.
He's just not going to fight Dillian Whyte because Dillian Whyte failed a drugs test.
Okay. So is this the first time they were supposed to go up against each other and it hasn't happened?
Yeah, because failed drugs tests, like on this big scale, like don't really happen like that. So, so remember when we watch the Ruiz fight? I don't think, was it the Ruiz fight? We watched at your house?
Yeah.
Bismillah.
Was it the
AJ?
Was it Ruiz or was it Usyk watched that, Chrissy? Was it Ruiz? I'm sure it was.
Oh.
I think it was Usyk. That's what he said. Bismillah,
Usyk,
Usyk,
yeah,
so,
it was Usyk.
but I don't know if you remember when he fought the chubby Mexican and the Ruiz, yeah. That fight happened because someone who was meant to fight failed a drugs test.
Oh.
Some guy called Big Baby Miller. And it was meant to be like he's going to America, fighting American over there, build his name up, whatever. They're trying to like build, you know, him in America, whatever. So it's just interesting. Like if he had fought Big Baby Miller, and in my opinion, he would have beat him, we might never have got like a lot of stuff that's happened over the last couple of years because that took him in a new direction.
Yeah.
He lost to Andrew Ruiz and then had to have the rematch. And then he's gone on this, like, you know, it's been weird, isn't it? Since then, for some people say like after the Andrew Ruiz fight, he's never really recovered.
Oh.
So that's why I was interested to see the fight this weekend because Dilly and Whyte, they fought early in AJ's career. AJ won, but there's always been an issue there because Dylan's always played at number 2 to him at Matchroom with Eddie Hearn and that. So he's always been the one that's like had to fight for scraps over there. AJ's been the darling. So and they've always had need was never really rated a minute. So I was like, yeah. The only plus side is now we don't have to pay for the fight because it's no longer pay-per-view.
So that's what you're taking from all of this.
There's always a silver lining. I would have rather have seen the fight, of course, innit? But I wasn't prepared to pay like £20+ because I'm already paying for the zone every month. And then you want to pay. So to Vans' point about the money and stuff, I then need to pay on top of that for pay-per-view and that.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit of a rip-off in it. So in my opinion, but yeah. I hear what you're saying, Vans, but I do feel at the same time, I hope you guys can hear me, that yes, we want to see these fighters fight, but when there's so much money in the line and that, are you going to go and take a risky fight over here when I know I could be fighting in Saudi and these guys are all like some of the guys are referring to like Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. They're coming towards the end of their career. Oh. If I'm jumping out my bed, it's got to be for the biggest opportunities. So you can sit in your house and say, oh yeah, he was great and that. I don't want your greatness, man. Run the peas, man.
Run the readies.
Now, catch me another day. I'm siding completely with what you're saying, Vans, because I hear it in it. Like, you want to see the best. Like, I want to have seen at this point. Everyone's waiting for AJ to fight Fury. That's the real fight in it. That's what you want to see. We obviously want to see Usyk and Fury, but the fight we want to see as people in the UK is them two in it. Those are our biggest heavyweights, and it's been like a lot of people feel it's going to be one way for Tyson Fury, but we still want to see it. So.
Yeah, I mean, AJ is going to be fighting again, and like it's probably going to be an unknown Donny. So you got to win that.
You have to. What choice do you have again? Kind of embarrass yourself.
No, I think he's going to win. I think it's Robert Helenius is fighting this weekend, so he'll win.
Robert who?
Helenius.
Oh, it's mad when you said it the first time.
Well done. You don't even know who I'm referring to, so you don't know if I'm mispronouncing anything.
I know it's not supposed to sound like that.
His name is Robert Helenius.
No, I'm saying the first time you said it was a bit shaky.
Selenius.
Miscellaneous.
I didn't say that. I said Helenius.
Okay.
Felanius.
I've been biting down on that. I have to make sure that you guys hear me, innit? No?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. We always hear you. Like, you're so loud. He coming from a mile away. 505 and that.
Wow.
Are you right? Are you good over there?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah? You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
How are you?
I'm really good, you know.
Vans?
Sensational.
Great.
Yeah.
We're all good.
I want to see how you feel about that Specs video, Vans. What do you think? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
As a parent, as a resident papa on the podcast and that. So Specs, no rules, filthy fellas, all the good stuff. You see him viral, content, influencer, whatever. He's a dad. Obviously, kids are off school, whatever. He's done a lot of people like to do post their children on the internet, innit? Kids are getting ready to go out and that. He's like, yo, where you lot going? Like, wherever you're going, I'm coming. He ends up in the same dance with them, innit? Accidentally on purpose.
So weird.
And catching them having a bit too much fun for a parent's liking.
Vans?
I mean, this is like one of the reasons why a lot of people are like, they won't, or they will shy their kids away from the internet.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, these girls are old enough, or they seem like they're old enough to be responsible, obviously go out and do their own thing. They're old enough to have their own social media accounts and all the rest of it. However, they are very young and they have a dad in a content space.
Yeah.
So like, it's down to him on how he handles this, because like he's not gonna be that parent that's gonna be like, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna have my kids all up in my social media, because like, it's very much part of his content.
Yeah.
But the danger of that is that when you're showing that aspect of your relationship with your daughters, a lot of people are going to have things to say, and there are some people that are going to have disgusting things to say.
So if you say that, then yeah, do you feel okay? So I feel like a lot of people lean to more towards not that it's right those people have things to say and they're disgusting, but just off the fact that we know people are going to say foul things, don't even put them in the firing line.
Yeah,
like, where do you stand on that?
Yeah, I mean, me, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
but we're different types of individuals, and he's that type of person, or the personality, like it all goes into like what he does and like how much he lets in. You know what I'm saying? Like there's gonna be people like, and the moment like, you know, you show one piece of content, people are gonna want more in it. And like I've seen some really positive ones, like, or very wholesome ones, with his children. And, you know, people are gonna want more and are gonna wanna see like the relationship that you have with your kids or your families or whatever. Like from the moment that you put that in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, me personally, I wouldn't, because like things like that, and you're gonna have to read them, even though like you're not gonna read them all, but all it takes is for you to see one, and it gets your blood hot, because this is your loved one, like, and he puts himself out on social media and, you know, on TV. You're gonna get criticized, but like, you know, a lot of people can take self-criticism, you know, but then when family members and your children get involved, that's where it, you know, but that's the life that you live, and that's, you know, what you chose to do. So I can't sit here and tell people not to say certain things, because people are going to say it.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
People are going to say it, and that's just a part of the job that isn't so fun.
Yeah, because I feel like we've the last, like with the height of social media and us like having more of a scene in the UK, I'm seeing more of that like style. You've obviously got like mum bloggers and stuff. You've got people that like kind of make a living off having a family.
Yeah.
And it's not a diss, like Steve or the Madman, for example,
yeah.
or Quab's family, like, you know, which is, I love a lot of their content.
Great wholesome,
You can have 9 good pieces of content and just have that one where it's just a bit,
Yeah.
And the space we live in as well, when you're a girl dad as well, you get a lot of credit for certain things. But then when you want to start playing up to that content space a bit, like for all intents and purposes, if I was out when I was younger and my mum pulled up on me in a dance, I was like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, you know.
Don't be weird, bro.
Yeah. My dad, same thing as well. Now, if they were more cooler, in inverted commas, it might have been received differently. If I had that type of parent, I didn't. So, like, we don't want to take paracetamol off someone else's headache. Like, his kids might not have had no issue with it, but it was more of, you see the start of the video, the 2 girls getting ready, then you get the end of the video where he's in a dance and pulls up on them. And initially, she's like flexing. She doesn't realize it's her dad. Then she clocks her dad. But the one other girl there is winding up herself with someone else. And
I didn't like that.
And the sad thing about that is that's not even his daughter. That's someone else.
Yeah,
that's just another child.
I thought they were both.
No. So if you look at the start of the video, one of his daughters on the left, other one's on the right. She's taller, innit? When you get to the end of the video, the taller one is standing at the back of another girl. The girl that's dancing isn't, from what I know, isn't his child, innit? Whether it is or it isn't, but the fact that it isn't as well is even, I think, a bit more why you can look at the video a bit weird, like, that girl's now out there, you know? And for the grand scheme of things, she's just winding up herself, innit? Like, stuff we all do in the dance, innit? But
yeah,
how you're captured can be a bit weird, innit? So
yeah, man, and you know, not everyone is gonna have that type of relationship with their parents. So that's number one, where a lot of misunderstanding comes from people that are envious of even having that figure in their lives. And there's also another aspect of people on social media that see that type of behavior as, you know, something negative. So they're gonna comment on, you know, certain aspects. They're gonna question specs, morals, and like religious beliefs.
Yeah, all that stuff I don't think is that deep in it. That's a lot of cap. But you're fighting against faceless accounts or accounts with football profiles and that.
Yeah, and he's from that type of background as well, like creating football content for fellas. Yeah. So you're going to be open to that audience that are going to say some derogatory things.
Which is why I led at the start when you were saying that's like more of where do you stand? Because I feel like everyone should be able to enjoy the internet for its beautiful things. Like it is very normal in this day just to post things like just you post your life, you same thing that someone else would do who hasn't got maybe like a big following or isn't a content creator, whatever you want to coin the term. They're just showing off their family or just want to post a funny video. You should be allowed to do that. You shouldn't stop because there's pricks on the internet. But the sad thing is there are pricks, and when you're dealing with children, you just have to kind of step steady in it. That's how I look at it. But you know, I ain't got any kids.
Fair.
I agree, man. And there's going to be parents where you see their kids on the internet every day, and then there's going to be parents that you don't see them at all, and then there's going to be parents that there's a little bit of a balance because they are a part of your life. And if you're active on social media and you're a proud parent, it's difficult to keep it away.
Bro, you guys can't even post your children without having to cover up on their first day of school. You've got to cover up the school logo and the badge and stuff just because there's sickos out there. Like
crazy.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate side of the internet.
I agree.
No,
it's time to buy a uniform, so I hope your parents and all you niggas are doing it.
Hey.
Oh, hard ear. Okay.
You good? That's the pain of school uniform coming out.
Yeah. And for all the, the mums out there that, are calling out you, man.
Okay. Yeah, I support you.
What?
Back your boy.
I didn't understand what that meant.
Support him.
Okay, I support you, man.
Yeah. All of you lot.
Yeah. Shout out to you, man. It's a 5-week month as well, so that money better landed and you better be right at Whitehall Clovers, whatever the place is called, and go on.
What?
Whitehall Clovers, isn't it? It's a shop where people buy uniform and that.
Okay. How many kids you got?
Place. I used to buy uniform. I was a kid once.
Okay.
I wasn't born in man.
All right, cool.
I don't know about that place. I can't lie.
Okay. My people from South London will know it. So
right.
Okay.
You just making shit up.
No.
Chrissy didn't go to that place.
Did not.
Chrissy was homeschooled, man.
Fair enough.
Private education in there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tutor from
next?
3.
What is next?
What are we watching, guys, man?
Oh
no, do your thing that you wanted to do, man. What the fuck of the week?
What the fuck of the week?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
New segment, yeah?
Yes, where we just talk about one headline, story, article that just made us go, what the fuck?
You bloody fuck?
Oh, follow. Be serious, please. Hold on, let me. Oh my god, why can't you ever just? You really just framed me now. Hold on, I need to fill a chat. Are we gonna
No, fill some chat for us. Man.
What the fuck of the week?
Oh,
Vans is hilarious.
Thanks, Vans. TikTok influencer Mahek Bahari and her mother, Ansreen Bakari, have been found guilty of murders at Leicester Crown Court. So this is an influencer babe, and her mother was cheating on her father with a 21-year-old. They tried to, I think they ran their car off the road.
Yes.
And the person that the mom was having an affair with passed away, and so did another passenger in the car.
Is that the clip that you sent in the group?
That's the one that Fols sent.
Oh yeah, put it up. Do you want to play it?
Oh yes, fantastic.
It's come from Sky News. Just be careful.
Okay. And followers on TikTok. As a social media influencer, she posted regular fashion updates. Some videos included her mother, Ansreen, as they shared how close they are. So when Ansreen told her daughter she'd been having an affair and was being blackmailed, Mahek came up with a plan that would lead to the young man's death. 21-year-old Saqib Hussain had been threatening to send sex tapes to Ansreen's husband unless she paid him back around £3,000 he'd spent on dates with her. On the night of the killing, they'd arranged a meeting in a supermarket car park in Leicester. As Saqib and a friend arrived in a Skoda, Mahek and her mother were in an Audi marked in red. Other people they knew were in the car marked in blue. After deciding not to get out, the young men pulled away, followed by the other 2 cars. They were captured still following the Skoda as it headed towards the A46. By the time they got here to the dual carriageway, the Audi had reached a speed of almost 100 miles an hour. Saqib Hussein made a panicked 999 call, saying, "They're trying to ram me off the road. I'm begging you, I'm going to die." There was then a scream and the sound of a loud crash. The car had hit a tree. Both Saqib Hussein and his friend Mohammed Hashim Ijazuddin died as the car then burst into flames. Police visited Mahek, but she lied about where she'd been.
Where was that?
So we stayed here, and then we went straight to Nottingham. As soon as I've turned around,
Bloody liar.
Insane. That I just don't know what pushes. I want to say I don't know what pushes people to that point.
I mean, she was getting blackmailed,
but
innit?
yeah, like I also get it, but that for me,
But in terms of plans,
I just thought it was like, where did you think this was going to go?
Yeah,
this was also very dumb.
You know, it is. I would like to think that they weren't trying to, or they didn't. I would like to think that they didn't think that was what was going to happen.
They were trying to ram them off the road, going 100 miles an hour. What do you think was going to happen?
Yeah,
it was inevitable.
There is a school of thought that when you push people to, and you might have to add, people might not like it, but add cultural, religious, aspects to it as well. Because I remember there's been like landmark cases of like honor killings and stuff in certain communities, isn't it? So if you know what I'm talking about, what I'm referring to. So when you add that context to it, and the fact that this person is being blackmailed, can one be surprised if it gets this crazy in regards to an end result?
Yeah, it can still be surprising. Understandable when you put all of those things into context, but it is still like, what the fuck?
I only say that just because I saw, because with anything, we all have like our agendas and our bias. So because there'll be things that jump out. So you killed him, innit? Like you ran him off the road, you know. But the first thing for some people will be that she was being blackmailed because they had an
affair.
You know, salacious. You know? It was doing fucky in there. But okay, cool. If that's your angle, let's scratch the surface a bit more. You're this big woman. How old is he when he passed away? You've been dealing with each other for a minute. From what I've been reading, Donnie's like 17, 18 when you started, you know, engaging with him. So nah, man, you got to charge it, bro.
Okay, I
now is it right that he was blackmailing? No. But you also was dropping a young buck.
It's like that Philip Schofield thing. It wasn't. It was not illegal, but it was unwise. Same kind of thing.
Even that does still, man. I still don't buy that one. Still.
No. I think it's the same kind of thing. Like her sleeping with this guy at 17, he's legal.
Okay, yeah.
But
not illegal.
So
but
she's not.
For some people, moral.
Yeah, she's not breaking the law. She wasn't breaking the law, but it's not. Like definitely bombastic side eye. You're a big woman with a child. That's probably his age.
Yeah.
Scary. Anything from you?
I just think like I don't know in it because like the threat of being followed and all of these things, would probably lead me to a different direction than to be driving 100 miles per hour on the motorway. I cannot lie.
Yeah. A bit crazy.
Do something else. I don't even know who the dons are in the other car. I might step out. But obviously, like, because
they arranged to meet up. The story says initially for the changeover, and then I think they got spooked because there was another car there, and they cut out.
And you also kind of know who you're dealing with as well. I think the mum and the girl, her daughter, they probably knew the Donny wasn't really on stuff. Let's just bring some other Donnies to kind of scare them off a little bit. Yeah. And that may have just
startled them, innit?
Startled them, and that may be what created this whole fear and thought that they can get away. Because
Donny's
trying to run away from
That's
BMWs.
what you're taking from it.
Donny's not here, and she's in jail, and in essence, it's over 3 bags. Because what it was is he wanted the money back that he obviously spent on the dates, isn't it? So she was basically wanting to lock off their thing, like, you know, I've had my itch scratched, didn't it? Like, you know, I've enjoyed myself now.
It was a big woman that finessed the younger.
Yeah. A little young boy.
And then he couldn't, like, he must have told someone and they couldn't believe what they were hearing. Now get like, yo, what are you doing?
What do you mean you want to go back to your husband and that? Run the money, man.
Yeah.
He obviously like didn't, she saw this as like a transaction, and he thought that like what he was getting wasn't enough. So he was like, hey, I wasn't expecting this. He probably felt mugged off.
Yeah. And
naive.
if you say, excuse me, the relationship started when he was 17, that's 4 years. So for him, if we look at like mental maturity, between 17 and 21, you're not. Yeah, you're not that.
Yeah, he was being naive, but that's not his fault. It was
no. Yeah, definitely.
It was like the babe was just like, I need some excitement.
And that's now his cinnamon apple. Like, he loves this babe, and now you're telling me like, I'm going back to my husband. Okay, give me my money back then.
Yeah, he felt finessed, tried to blackmail her. It all went wrong, like from when he did that for him. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, in terms of tactics.
Yeah. I'm not going over like what she did.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I think it could have ended if he was a little bit older. I think it would have panned out a little bit differently.
Yeah, he would have just charged her to the game, and then she would have tried to get away from him, and then, you know, if things ain't working out with the husband, you double back again and that, you know, like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to the young man and his friend, man.
That's why I said, because him and his brethren, you know, they're no longer hearing it. So, and now you both are double jail, man, for you and your mum.
Yeah. Say bye to TikTok.
And now the husband, he was trying to, you know, he's out here without his daughter and his missus.
Yeah.
Bro, come on. It's sad across the board, isn't it? But yeah, that's definitely what the fuck of the week.
Yeah.
What are we watching?
I watched another installment in the Untold series, the Jake Paul one.
Okay.
It was really good.
He won over the weekend, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
no one cares about that, though, man.
Oh, right.
Okay. It was really good.
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that just because it's like, bro, you fighting Nate Diaz and that. Like, come on, man. You're mugging us off, man.
Oh.
Who is that?
He's a UFC guy. He's just beating up UFC guys who are like, they're washed up and that, like.
In a boxing ring.
In the boxing. Boxing isn't their discipline, innit? So,
yeah.
I don't care for him as an individual, but his story was it was really interesting and engaging, just to, I suppose, just learn more about him and like what his struggles were when he was growing up. Because you see him as, I think we spoke about it recently when he was recording the person that passed in the forest.
Oh, was that him or his brother?
Well, him and his
brother.
Yeah, so it speaks about his brother a little bit. And they kind of talk about how they went from just being like super poor to making so much money off streams and that YouTube and stuff that they did. And then the two of them battling each other, like there was a point where they really hated each other, and how they managed to take the boxing world by storm, and like no one really believed in them or saw any legs to it. They interview what's his name's dad, Tommy Fury's dad, Paul Fury.
Yeah.
And he's speaking about them with like almost admiration, like these guys have kind of come out of nowhere. He really respects their business acumen and says, you know, because of the what they're called, the Pauls, like now and forever, the Paul name and the Fury name, they're going to be in history forever because they had that fight that did whatever.
I say Fury's dad will always love them, not because they got his son a massive payday in boxing.
Yeah.
That he probably won't get for a long time, if not ever.
Yeah. It's really good. It's on Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I watched the I think we've referenced it before. Yeah. That went off. The Silent Twins, June and Jennifer Gibbons.
Oh yeah.
I just never watched the actual film version of it.
A film?
So there's a film. Yeah. Letitia Wright stars in it, and I think she's
sick.
Executive producers as well. It's on. I think it might be on Amazon. I think it's on Amazon. I watched it across the weekend. Obviously, I know the story. I've read up on it. I've seen a theatre production of it as well back in the day when I was at uni. So these Silent Twins, they lived in Wales. They only spoke to each other. They literally didn't communicate with anyone else. the kind of life went off the rails. They just literally lived in their room, had their own diary that they write all their thoughts and feelings in.
Yeah.
They were detached from everybody, struggled in school, bullying, racism. You can imagine like young black girls in like these, might have been the 70s.
I think it's the
70s. In a small town in Wales. So you do your, use your imagination.
Yeah.
Try and separate them during school at a period, but they're just always drawn back to each other. They eventually end up in Broadmoor Hospital for after like a spate of arson attacks and stuff, innit? And they do like 12, 13 years in there. And just as they're on the cusp of coming out, or like basically trying to transition them to back into society, so they're taking them from that like Cat A hospital / prison to like a Cat C, Cat D. They're on the way to that place, and one of the twins dies. Oh, and that was basically what allowed the other one to kind of go on a life, flourish, actually start talking to people, communicating. She was no longer. It's almost like one had to die for the other to live. Right. So that's the story of like the Silent Twins, isn't it? So,
what's the actual film called?
I mean, it's called Silent Twins.
Right.
Starring Letitia Wright. It was a big deal because there was a big American journalist who came over to the UK and like started following the story.
Okay.
It might be Marjorie Wallace, the lady's name is. So she came over to the UK, actually went to see them in the hospital, was following their story, and that kind of blew the thing up a bit more.
Okay.
So yeah, I think the other twin is still alive now. She's lived like a quiet life after coming out and like integrating back into like society and her family and stuff. So yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's I think she played Letitia Wright played the role well.
Really well.
And obviously, like when I don't know what you guys are like. When I watch things that are based on true events, I then go and like read up on it more.
Yeah.
Oh, bro! Sometimes I've been in the cinema googling.
So I've watched that whole the film's maybe like an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
Then I've watched the interview. Like I think, is it June or Jennifer? I think it was June who died. So Jennifer's the one that was still alive. Watched her first interview after, and even how there's bits where you can't understand what she's saying because she almost talks with like her mouth closed, but it's not always audible. It's still in English, but it's like they had their own. Yeah, like it was. Yeah, so and she just kind of speaks on. They were confirmed schizophrenic at a certain point, innit?
Right.
So they talk about like points wanting to kill each other, not like it was weird. Like they had this weird
relationship
bond where like they couldn't live with each other, they couldn't live without each other.
Right.
That thing, innit? So, but yeah, I think we've spoken on a podcast before. I think I was referencing that this film was coming out, but I never actually watched it.
There's like a slight little fascination about like the whole concept of twins for me, and like how aligned twins can be, like, and how a twin can sense where something is wrong with the other, like when they're not together. Like it's crazy. I don't know if I can articulate it well, but like there's
I know what you're referring to.
There's two of you.
Yeah,
I've got twins in the family. I remember being in school and like just watching. We had a few twins in our school. Like, you lot are different, bro. Like you just, I think it must be wavy to have someone else that is so. You would like to think so similar. Of course, I'm sure there's twins that they don't roll like that. They're not all the way similar, but like someone that is almost, scientifically exactly the same as you. Yeah. Like, what is that like growing up with that person? And when's the transition when you stop dressing alike? Because when you first have them, they've got them dressed matchy.
Yeah.
I
always find it really fascinating as well when you see twins that are super different.
Yeah.
Like just complete opposite of each other.
Yeah.
And you just think how much of that is down to them. Like siblings can be or are often different.
Yeah.
So it's not unfathomable, but you just think, are you actually this different, or is it because
did you go out of your way to create your own identity? Yeah. But that I can understand though, because if I'm always viewed as such and such with such and such, I want my own thing in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get what you're trying to articulate. Yeah. I get it. So there's nothing else I've been watching. I finished Hijack. Interesting ending.
Yeah, I mean, like there was a lot of mixed reviews with the ending, the season finale. Number one, it's like 7 episodes.
You think it's too short?
Maybe for the sake of like how the story went, they could have added more things that probably stretched to like a 10, maybe, which could have made it better. But
I think maybe 1, 2 max.
Yeah, that's just because like we already know what's happened already. But like, had we not have known, like it could have been a situation where like they could have packed things a little bit different just to make the ending better. But like for me personally, I enjoyed it thoroughly, man. Like it was a lot of, especially like episode 6, the end of episode 6 when the lady got up and off the pilot. I was just like,
no, that was a curveball. Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? I was like, who's that?
Do you know? Because when we were I think maybe we were speaking last week. I hadn't watched that yet. So I'd only watched that episodes up until maybe 4 or 5. So I rewatched some of episode 5. So when I'm out watching it, I'm like, Vans didn't tell me this happened. This is crazy.
No, obviously I watched it like every week, and it actually came out on the Apple TV. So when that dropped last week, it was after we had recorded. I was like, wait, huh? Like where did this lady come from? But she was all part of the operation as well. And you know how it ended, it was just like, oh yeah, you know, let's negotiate with her, like land the plane and you'll be fine.
She definitely went to jail though.
Yeah, probably. Like if there's going to be another season, which I heard is just like a 1 season thing, a limited thing. But there needs to be more. Like we need to find out who these people actually are and what they do, because of how they were talked about or how they were depicted throughout the series. But then there was also the internal affairs that kind of messed up the whole operation towards the end.
Did it make you question some of like the most recent like plane disappearances, plane crashes? Like when, because the story essentially is they were, spoiler alert, they
hijacked by any chance?
But they're crashing the plane, but it's not like a terrorist thing. It's essentially it's a terroristic act what they're trying to do, but it's more for someone's financial benefit in regards to like the stock market. Yeah, so like the dirty games, the lengths people will go to get financial gain in that space, innit?
And you can see how like, you know, members of the government are clashing with each other in terms of like the decision making.
Yeah,
you know, which could also lean on to the fact that they might be in bed with these guys for financial gain.
Goodness.
Yeah, but I think when I was watching that, was it the Home Secretary?
Yeah.
And he was like, it's going to fall on me, yeah? I didn't see that. I saw more of, we can't allow this plane to hit a massive building in London.
Yeah. Okay.
Because of the ramifications. Like, more people are going to die. It's like, it's crazy. And then on the other end, you've got the other person having to make the other decision. I think she got lucky a little bit.
Prime Minister was like,
she got lucky a little bit.
I'm unavailable. They know they see.
And it also shows you that, yes, you might have this person who is the Prime Minister, the President, but there are a lot of decisions that they don't really make. They're just a figurehead. Like, there's people that really call the shots behind the scenes for certain things. And they showed that a little bit as well. But yeah, I don't see where they could go for like another season. I think one and done is cool. Maybe you could have stretched an episode or 2 more out of it. But by the point we knew that what's kind of going on and why the plane's been hijacked, we're just kind of waiting to figure out who these people are and will the plane land safely or not.
Yeah, and obviously with Idris, that standoff at the end with him and the main hijacker, Donnie.
I thought he was just gonna die.
What, the main guy? The Idris or the other guy?
Not Idris.
Nah, don't make me the face of this. I land this successfully,
and then I die right at the end.
Oh, sorry to him.
I'm the big negotiator, and now, like, you know, he's probably going to be the hero if there's to be another season. Can he get his babes back? Because she's now with the other guy who saved her son.
I hear it.
Vans, the person who saved your son is the person that's going to get the coochie. Come on, let's have it right, man. We're not in relationship. We're in relationship from what we see in a while. Innit? Like,
good on you. You've done a hero thing, but you know,
well, give my family back.
He's like, I told you.
You're so silly.
I told you I get my family back. Can't talk your way into this one. But did she say
she told him not to get on the plane?
Yep.
No, you can't get it back. You don't listen.
Oh, well, yeah.
It was like too late.
Yeah,
Man boarded the flight, and a madness happened, and he managed to be at the center of everything. just by being able to negotiate.
Idris had like peak main character syndrome throughout the whole deal, though.
Like Alba.
Yeah. Not Damson.
I don't know. Just want to be sure. I asked
like
you about
the Daily
Posty
Mail over
earlier,
there.
and you're like looking at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, mad. But it was a nice little good exclusive Apple TV series.
Keep it light,
like I
man.
said,
We don't need no
sometimes just
season,
let
man.
things
It's
rest.
cool, man.
It's okay.
Yeah, they're on a little run over there. So I don't think it's gonna probably have a next one. But yeah, I've been watching that. Severance, I'm almost finished. Ted Lasso, I've been watching for months now.
Yeah.
Still haven't.
How long is that?
I'm on season 3.
What's
which
Ted
is
Lasso?
the
Is that the...
it's a series about an American coach that comes to coach a team in the Premier League.
One of my brothers in there, you know. We can pack something up. One of the actors.
Shouts to
And I want to get...
And you haven't watched? Mad.
Bro, I've got a podcast that man haven't listened.
Eat.
Touche.
There you go. Justice, we need...
Basketball.
What else has been out? Recently started watching a series on Now TV. I think it might be a HBO series based on the Lakers and the rise of who they are today.
Okay, what's it
The
called?
origins. Good question.
Like the winners are or something.
Don't you just recommend this stuff? Did you even watch?
Yeah, it's based on the owner of the Lakers, Jeff Bus,
Bust. Yeah. Two
and
S's.
Magic Johnson.
There's a joke in there, but I won't do it.
But you tell me to grow up.
I'm above that.
You good? Winning Time: The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty.
That was close.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, I'll check it out.
really good.
Problem. Before we do, God, I don't have anything else I'm watching unless you do, Chrissy.
No.
We can do some new music,
Okay.
bringing it home
Okay.
to the UK and that. What do we start this episode with? It was with
Stormzy.
Angel in a Marble.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we think?
The best one out of the whole rollout that he's been doing with a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
I thought it was the perfect kind of song to mark the occasion. And when I say that, I mean the video. Yeah, the video. The little Mike Gala or the Murky Gala that he had. He was barring on there. I like the beat. I like Stormzy in that type of form.
Yeah. He was gliding.
For me personally, yeah. Like obviously, people are always gonna comment on like, oh yeah, he's just spitting about how rich he is. Of course, I would be doing the same shit, and everyone does that. Like, I don't want to hear about things that he's not doing anymore. Like, we're living in a more hyper visible space. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so,
and that is very much his reality.
if you're able to get on a song and flow and spit in the way that and saying the things that you're saying in the way that you're saying it, for me, I love it.
So much love it.
But I can tell from the way in which you've got these recent songs, this isn't going to be part of any massive project that they're pushing like that. It's very much, you're going to get these songs. You're probably, in my opinion, probably going to get a small EP, mixtape, something soon. He did say something. He did say on the song as well, he's got something that's like a surprise he's going to announce soon.
Yeah.
It might not be that. Might be something else. Might be another business venture. Who knows? But
I think he's just at that point in his career where he's dropping, and with every drop there's a video, so he's just having fun with it at this present moment in time.
I do think that noise is getting louder though about like how well received this music has been and these drops, because obviously we've had like, I do see a trend of like making moments in it, and that is what it is from when, what was the Mel Made Me Do It?
Yeah,
the whole, everyone together, the black excellence, even the Murky Gala, Mike Gala, whatever you want to call it, for his birthday and that. It's the who's who of like the industry and that, and people that he kind of rocks with in it,
Yeah.
So and you can always tell who was good to the certain people on their come up, because they're still the same faces that are around there. So Mega's there, Skepta's there, Gets is there,
Wretch
is there. Certain OGs,
yeah.
certain other OGs are missing in action
At the Gala, at the
GRM, or even his Gala specifically. Innit? Like, there's reasons, innit? And you can even hear it in the music a little bit, but.
I'm saying that there's reasons that certain man that were at the GRM thing weren't at the mic thing.
Oh, yeah, come on, bro. Also, this is my birthday party. This ain't This ain't a free for all. This is about me.
People that are actually like instrumental,
Yeah,
or like people that I have a relationship with.
People you rate as well.
Yeah.
So or people that are just cool, innit? Like but I am hearing and seeing it more conversation about is he making music for us anymore? And like, because I feel like as a culture sometimes we get into that weird place where like we want to hold you here. We don't want you to go too far. And the minute you feel kind of so far out of reach from us, I think I've said it before on the podcast and we debated, we struggle with how we deal with you because at this point it's album number 3 that we've had, and we're probably going to get another project soon. And the landscape of music when he first landed with Gang Signs and Prayer compared to now and the height of streaming and new stars, there's new people he's sharing a space with. Yeah. Things have changed a little bit. And also people's perception of you. People might not want to, we keep talking about it, but people might not want to acknowledge it, but the chip thing has people perceiving you a certain way. So people kind of look at you a little bit differently, or they kind of other you sometimes, even though bro, you can't listen to that and say the boy can't rap. Yeah. He can rap, bro. Angel and Marble, he can rap, innit? Yeah. He's saying stuff on there, like, but sometimes once the narrative is around your name, it can be hard to shift a little bit. Yeah. Now saying that, Donny is selling out shows. He is putting bums on seats, so someone clearly is still fucking with this stuff, innit? Yeah. I think we, in terms of the inter-community conversation, we as a culture sometimes struggle when our acts are so big, because I think we love the underdog story, we love the dangerous, sexy story, when it's like the guy from the roads and that. We'll always back the streets, innit? Yeah. We love even within that, you're fighting against the man, the system. So like Giggs' fight for many years where they're blocking you, cancelling shows, all that type of stuff. A lot of the stuff the grime guys had to go with, like 696 forms, all those things. We rock with them, and then they get to a point where, like, they can do no wrong. But when this is still I think this is very new when someone is winning on such a level and so clear that we haven't seen, that I think we struggle with it a little bit. I don't know what phrase or term I use to describe it properly, but I just feel like we want people so close sometimes that when they feel like they're getting so far away from us, we just don't know how to handle it.
I do hear you in that, but then I also do think that there is a section of people that aren't saying what they really believe, and that excuse is a cop-out. If you don't like the music, then I'd rather you say that, because it's just like, what do you mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, every rapper flexes, like, and we have a lot of people have their favorite flexer of rap, but then you've also got a person like at the top that are also going to speak on a multitude of things, but then at the center of it, you still have to be on the mic sunning dons. Yeah. In ways that, like, we all know that, the man them respect money, innit? So I don't want to hear all of that.
It's a certain style of money, though. Like, it's the man them respect money, but I think my earlier point about the danger, the sexiness, and the roads, it's weird. We kind of rate a bit more when it's come from there because it feels closer to home, a bit more relatable, and you're doing it whilst, like, being, inverted commas, really authentic, which I still don't know how to handle. I don't know if that's right or wrong.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, if I'm out of that by the way.
Of course, we're older, we're a bit more,
Do you know what I mean? Like, so I couldn't watch that video and see any hate from that.
No.
Yeah. But I think in terms of like an angle, people can be a little bit bored or slightly jaded of the Dr. Umar don't flow with the black excellence thing. Because we kind of got it on Mel Made Me Do It. You've got the who's who, you've got the, the nod to a certain era. You've got, was it Soul to Soul in the video? You've got Mega Man, you've got certain things, and then
many people.
You've got this video, which of course is your birthday party, and it's just people around you.
Give me different variants of it, because you, man, are giving me different variations of how you're chinging dons, or how you're moving coke, or how you're doing this and the other. Like, if rappers have made a career of saying the same thing in different ways for 10 years plus.
Yeah.
It's just how it's always been.
Yeah.
Pusha T's been rapping about coke for 20 years.
But I think it lends maybe my first point is we just don't know how to do success on a certain level. I think that's what it is, because you said, as I was getting up to check the camera, about, you know, kind of maybe just say what you really want to say is, either I just don't like my man, I don't like. You also allowed that as well, you know. Yeah. I think people, but we embrace the hate over here. Sounds like hate to me. You don't have to like everything. Yeah, you're absolutely allowed to be like, I just don't rock with that, or it's just not for me.
The real crux of the argument is that I think a lot of people are believing that his music, no matter what he does at this present moment, it's not hitting. That's what a lot of people are saying. Yeah. And they're saying it in ways that they don't want to say it too loudly, because obviously he's still
very liked.
He's still very liked.
I think that's also a bad thing though, because then people aren't being allowed to be honest in how they truly feel. Yeah. Or it will get perceived as, people are, you're not really saying what they want to say about my man. I find it quite interesting that the vid dropped on that, and here comes Young Chipmunk on a Quiet Storm beat. You know, Kenny Allstar. I don't know if that was in the diary from a little while ago. Who knows? But it was very interesting timing, innit? Yeah. You know, and yes, there were shots. You know, watch shots. You know, we all have jewels and whatever, and we can't say Chip can't rap. It's very clear. The boy don't run out of bars.
Chip has started his rollout as well, because he did announce that, you know, he's coming back. He's got the Daily Duppy, so he's going around just being the bars person that he is. And obviously, if it's going to coincide with unexpected releases from Stormzy every other week, then so be it. And if I've got shit to say, I'm never going to duck down. And he's always maintained that that type of energy, especially when it comes to Storms. Yeah, just because he genuinely believes that he can spin, man. Yeah, that's where he wants to lead, man, too. And a lot of people want to see Storms in that arena just to prove the fact that Chip is the better MC for
slash rapper,
you know, slash rapper.
And I feel that's also why for a lot of people, it might just be small, but it just might be loud noise just we get online. Yeah. They are tuned out to Stormzy a little because they're like, you duck smoke from my man. Once there's narratives around you, it affects how people perceive you, innit? Yeah. And I don't think that they've shaken that thing completely. I can totally understand why you don't go and give energy to that. Because obviously my man's doing it for his benefit, which is, let's lead with, he just genuinely believes he's better than you. He's a rapper. I would want my rapper to feel that way. Yeah. If you don't, there's something wrong. But also, same way in his, I don't know if it's a Mad About Bars freestyle on Kenny Allstar's platform, he refers to people building their careers off kind of warring him, which could be not a shot, but like it's a little nod to the whole him and Bugsy Malone thing. Yeah. So clear, let's be crystal clear. Chipmunk's had a career before Stormzy, innit? You know? But in terms of maximizing the eyes and ears, a clash with Stormzy or, you know, engaging with Stormzy doesn't hurt Chip when it comes to release time. It very much felt like, in my opinion, when the last mixtape came out, that was part of the plan with the rollout, innit? When they released the video of Stormzy allegedly leaving the yard, and I even know it wasn't allegedly. You're 6'7", bro. It's you. We can see you in the Urus. You know, you like release that, and then, you know, we get the backstory, whatever, and boom, 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 and, you know, then your tape comes out, whatever. The same way some people look at Stormzy and like, oh, you're making music for us, or you didn't respond to my man. I also do want Chip a little bit like, move on from this.
I say, do you think it's time to just let it go?
You can always throw, do you know what it is? If he feels like he heard something and it's a shot, you can always respond. I'm never going to replace you responding. But at the end of the day, your level of talent, I don't know if the music necessarily at the moment or the last few years has been matching up. Okay. That could be a whole host of things. When you're not signed, you don't have the machine, you know. Take away, though, the mixtape with Young Ads and Skepta, there was good music on that. But in terms of Chipmunk, as a standalone artist, a rapper, solo act that we all rate, I don't know if we've got the bangers necessarily to match up with the talent level in terms of how we speak about him.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think within this whole clash thing between them two is that one's trying to bring someone in the arena where the other person doesn't want to be in. I want to beat you up.
You stand your ground and fight.
Don't try and bring me into one of the places that is
Your strength.
where your currency is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm gonna chart regardless. I dropped an album out that, you know, after all of this, and it went #1 alongside a single. So it's like my place is cemented, and I can drop subliminals when I want.
Yeah.
Rather than having to come to your thing where.
But a lot of people don't
honest,
respect that approach though.
They don't. But then, what would you do in your position if you were in that position?
No, Stormzy's my act. That's exactly. It's the Jay-Z way. Like, you'll get shots here and there. It will take like an act of God, which is the thing of Nas, for there to be a proper engaging. And he took an L in that. And a lot of people saying it.
I clashed the person that birthed a lot of you, man. And I beat him and went back to BBC.
And to be fair, a lot of people didn't really give him credit, because if Whyte had beaten Stormzy, we'd never hear the end of it. This would be a resurgence of grime.
Yeah.
He washed Wiley. And to be fair, Wiley washed himself a little bit, because in my opinion, the responses weren't up to scratch, but he's so cemented that, so it's like it's for the people that cemented, they can get away with certain things. If you know the history of grime, Wiley's lost a lot of clashes.
Yeah.
He got beaten up by Devlin, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, not physically.
No. Okay. The movement jumped him lyrically. Now, he did respond to Night Bus dubplate where he sends for everybody, and that's a classic moment. But when the movement was on his head, it was rough for Wiley, innit? So, like, you know.
But yeah, and I mean, like, now it's all different, innit? Like, where these artists now, like, especially the ones at the top, like, they call the shots on the moves that they make.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're at the helm, like, it's you that calls the shots at the end of the day. So it's
Are you crazy? Don't you know Chris's henchman? They don't need to help open her bottle and that.
Follow.
Come on, man.
You guided.
Pilates arms. Call on me. Call on me.
But yeah, no, I was impressed at the single, man.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Angel in the Marble.
Angel in the Marble, yeah.
Coming of age type of song to bring out after the 3 or 4 songs prior to that you brought out. You know.
Just flex, man. You know what it is as well? I think we need to start, to your point as well, people being really honest. What do we want from people? Would you, like, if he came on like a drill vibe, he would spin that track because he can do that tempo, and he did it when he were so disappointed and stuff, when he was standing for Wiley. But content-wise, you're not there with the Pooh Shiesty mask on, bro. We're not going to allow you to get away with that, and I wouldn't even want you to do that. Cool.
Then that's how it's not authentic.
Then the grime kind of space, you leave yourself open because you're not active in that space, and just the nature of the competition in that space, the MCs in that arena, they have to send for you.
He's growing
They absolutely should. So
seeing different things in a way where, like, you know, certain man didn't see it before. And that's okay, bro. Like, as long as, like, and he's given us rapping.
Yeah.
Even when, like, he's in the singing phase, he's like, all right, let me get back to the essence and have fun in the studio.
Yeah.
And just spit. And you're dropping videos with it every 2 weeks. It's a great rollout to me. Like, for me, if I'm at the top and I've got the resources to do that, I would. This is, you know, this is like the type of methods that I would take.
But I think context is missing a little bit. Like, I think rollout, yes, but I think you kind of have to do that with, in some people's opinion, how quick the last album came and went kind of vibe. Like, it got mixed reviews, let's be honest, the last album, innit? Because of how melody heavy it was and where he went to sonically. We spoke about how good the music was on there. Mm-hmm. But is that it's not, let's say, an outside album. So I'm not going to say, oh, you're hearing that music outside. But if people are honest, how much have they revisited the album? I don't know. People can be honest about that in their own time or in the comments.
But that's
so when
say that with a lot of music.
Of course. But we're speaking about him specifically right now. So on topic of him, if that is the case, and the space is moving and changing, and you've taken a risk and you've been backed as well massively by the people around you with all the big supporting cast, you might need to get back to the rap ASAP, bro, because for some people that last thing wasn't it. If that was maybe more well received than it was they smashed it out of the park. I don't know if we get this back to rap so quickly, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe.
In my opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think we're doing it, you know, because, yeah. It's an interesting space to be in. He's still very much the boy. I don't view him differently, but I don't think we should. I can't come here and pretend like I can't hear and see what's going on outside. And the outside is the interwebs.
Yeah, I mean,
Chrissy hates when I say interwebs.
like
I've seen it. I've seen the comments, you know?
Yeah, right now the juice is on, you know, Central C and Dave.
Ed Sheeran just bought Dave a Patek or whatever or something like that. You know?
Look at that.
Yeah, they're about to do 10 weeks on number 1.
Bro, this is crazy time to be in, bro.
Breaking records and stuff. So
See Ed Sheeran keeping all his clothes on. Not Lips and Babes on stage, just him and his guitar.
who was Lips and Babes on stage?
Who was Lips and Babes?
I'm saying Ed Sheeran is successful and he's not doing daggering music.
Okay,
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Salacious
But it's
things
not.
behind closed
But
doors.
it's not.
Who's on stage? Lips
You
and
be
Babes?
cheating.
But it's not.
Well, there was a shot of Dexter Daps.
No, because before you guys were saying, I said to you before that, like, you were like, oh, Dexter Daps is an artist. That's what he does. Like, that's what he does to be successful. But Ed Sheeran is still keeping everything on. Yeah, being appropriate.
Do you want Ed Sheeran to be naked with a guitar in
No,
that?
but I'm saying if he can do it, anyone else can do it.
Different style of music though, innit? I don't think Ed's got any slaps that like, any songs that warrant him
They
being
were
half naked in that.
6:32.
Yeah, he hasn't got touch your toe music. Whereas Dexter Daps now, she know when the underwear.
It's a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but was there, before we go we can close this out, any songs you want to recommend play quickly? Oh no, sorry. Gigs and Diddy, how can I forget?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about your take.
Underwhelming, bro.
Yeah, so underwhelming.
Like very take it back. You know, remember Whyte said take it back?
Oh, I think you meant me.
And I think it was underwhelming because maybe I fell for the okie doke of like, oh, Gigs and Diddy, and maybe I shouldn't have been expecting a Diddy verse because whatever that wasn't a black king gods. It was just now Gigs coming from where he's coming from in his wildest dreams. I don't know if he would have imagined ever being on a song or studio session with P. Diddy. So on one hand, even him just breathing on the track is a blessing. But, big but, I would still want something of a certain level, innit? I just didn't feel it was that. So that's why I'm conflicted. And it was, I think last Friday was 15 years since Walk in the Park.
Yeah.
Oh.
Classic album, his first album.
Congratulations to that
His first
feat.
official album.
Yeah.
And congratulations to him. And I feel like, obviously we're going to get the album next Friday on the 18th. Is it Zero Tolerance? I think the album's called. He's got a new album coming out. I forgot the name. It might be Zero Tolerance. It's coming out on the 18th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of August. So leading up to that, I don't know, should they, because I was speaking about the Stormzy thing about narratives, isn't it? Like reminding people about the journey and stuff. Should the album come out 15 years today, Walk in the Park? Maybe you go for that because we're so close in date. I don't know. But just make more use out of, reminding people and the story, whatever. Cool, the album's coming. You get a chance to have a song with Diddy, you take it. I'm not mad at you. But he didn't sound necessarily shit on there. It was just cool to me. It just was cool. It wasn't.
I don't think that Gigs was the problem in this case, in this song, because he gave you Gigs in it. He gave you Hollow Man on there.
Yeah.
With obviously certain questionable lines where I was just like, all right, man.
We've heard.
Like, this could have been done better or said better. But you didn't even get, like, the good Diddy ad-libs.
Take that.
Like, and my thing is that when I first caught wind of this collaboration, I rolled my eyes because I just didn't feel like it was going to give anything.
You didn't see the vision?
I didn't really see the vision. Like, and I would have been happy to have been surprised. But I think in this case, yes, it's a look for Gigs, having Diddy on his song. However, it's these man want to rub up shoulders with you all of a sudden, like not the other way round.
Yeah.
If it doesn't fit right, regardless of if he is Diddy, I'd rather him just be around in the video rather than just him
yelling,
whispering garbage on my song.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even align right. It just didn't. It seemed like they didn't have a relationship, or did he, did any research?
Vans, you're not wrong at all,
I mean?
bro. If you look at what he's wearing, in the video gigs, actually obviously the other bit shot of the video. Do you know what? This way it might be. So what I was gonna say, if you look at what gigs he's wearing, he was at an Inter Miami game. Messi's, like, I think the game where Khaled came out, Rick Ross came out, David Beckham was there, all took photo together. If you see what he's wearing on that day, I think he's wearing the same outfit in the video, innit? So it could be one of two things. This song already existed, because you see the shots he's got of the man them back in the ends. This song already existed, but I'm out there, link Diddy.
Oh, okay.
Jump on this, but the jump on this is more of like, just flex, innit? And we'll just kind of add it, which is why you get him saying what he says at the end in the video. I could be wrong. The song could have already well been there, but I don't know if Giggs has a relationship or had a relationship with Diddy prior to the Miami meetup. And I know I've seen them hang out before. I don't know. I could be wrong, but if Diddy wants to get on a song with you, get on a song, innit? But at the same time, I remember Stormzy talking about, I think the Take Me Back to London remix with Ed Sheeran, and Jay-Z wanted to be on that, and he kind of turned it down.
Yeah.
I'd still want that. Now, for all intents and purposes, Giggs could absolutely love what Diddy done on there. And if he does, great. But if you didn't, and deep down you're like, this didn't really hit, and you still let it, I would have loved for man to go, you know what, that ain't it, or go in there again and say something else, or... Because I remember watching an interview with Nipsey Hussle. I think Diddy's on, is it Young Nigga or Rich Nigga? And I think he's talking about that process, and like, he didn't necessarily want a verse from Diddy. It's more about like the direction, and he just said like, be around me, because obviously there's different ways to produce a song, an album, a record, whatever. Some people obviously like they know how to play all the keys, the instruments, whatever. Some people's arrangements, innit? So Nipsey, in short, was basically saying, just be around me and kind of take in my essence, my aura, like, and then give me direction from there. Just by being around me and seeing how I move. I don't know if Giggs and Diddy had spent enough time, to your point, for him to maybe do that. And I could be going too deep into this, but just because of how we rate and view Giggs, I don't want when he's on a world stage for it to be, because also now as well, like our rose tinted glasses are off now. We even start to be more honest about everybody. So, and he's one of the people, because for there are people that listen to it for a long time, they think he's been shit. They think he's fallen off, he's not got it, he's dead, but he's still the landlord, the godfather of that space, one of the pioneers of like UK street rap.
100%. And this is why I have this take, because at the end of the day, like, if you want to bring up the Nipsey comparison, Nipsey understood what he wanted. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think from first base,
I was only comparing more of the fact they both got interacted. Did
you? No, absolutely. And I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's just to add to the fact where, like, I think where Nipsey got it right and Giggs had got it wrong. Yeah. Where Nipsey understood exactly what he wanted from Diddy. I want that 90, 98 Puff Daddy, like, because
put a mink on.
If you just think about it, we've been listening to Diddy directly or indirectly for the past 20 years. Yeah. He's no stranger of hopping on a rapper's song and doing Diddy's shit. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Which has been called, like, which is what, a lot of rappers or rap fans know him for, just going on the song and just breathing on it, the typical Diddy stuff. But it just sounded all the way out of sync on this Gig song.
Do you know the Diddy I wanted? Do you remember Diddy's verse on Oh Let's Do It, the remix?
Yeah.
I fuck my money up, fucking with them white folks, and I don't give a fuck, cause I'm richer than them white folks. Hey. Yeah, bro.
What, same damn time remix Diddy.
Oh, I love that.
Cause what it is, we don't care. Just be Diddy, bro. Pop your collar. Like the stuff that we're saying Stubbs is not allowed to do and just show off about being rich. Bro, you're a billionaire allegedly. Like, come on, man. Flex, innit?
So started off beat, like the ad libs.
There was even mispronunciations.
At the right moment didn't land. I was just like, this is just, It
was anticlimactic, innit? Yeah,
I didn't have high expectations.
Yeah, like, listen, I was writing the Kool-Aid and I was like, raw, Giggs and Diddy. So maybe this also might be a nod to maybe my man, where he may never return to where we thought he was or how we viewed him, innit? Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see how that album sounds as well, because he, in my opinion, is in an interesting space. It's a young man's game right now, innit? We've also not seen this, where you have someone that, like, has been out this long now, varying degrees of success. Success for someone like Giggs is going to be different to some of the young guys coming out in the streaming era now and touring, and that they've been allowed to kind of do more stuff.
Yeah.
He's only just allowed to be back in America, and that seemed like a big deal, like getting around with all those artists. And but I still don't know if we've got that song yet from all those collaborations.
I see
like
a lot of
that
Hov gigs like just gave a little bit more currency to the situation as well.
Yeah, and I think those things kind of, you know,
that's why Diddy probably wanted to get around him.
Yeah, and you're looking around, okay, cool. Because Giggs has been in New York. Him and Maine have got a good relationship.
Yeah,
he's worked with him. He's got a good song, Casanova, which I like.
Yeah,
I think they've got a good song, but I don't feel like since he's been over there and been working with these artists that like we've actually had that like either the anthem for the streets, like the Meek Mill one didn't land, even though they came and shot the video in like Maine Peckham, that didn't hit. That came and went. I even forgot about that. Yeah, so it's like we got an anthem with Skepta and A$AP Rocky and Praise the Lord. I'm not saying it's got to be that lame, but I just want something to solidify, you know.
Yeah, but Skepta being the producer as well is a cheat code.
Of course. And listen, when Skepta... I loved Hello Good Morning. With Skepta, Diddy and Danny again.
Yeah, because like...
Because Diddy let him be Skepta. He redid the beat a bit and that was a moment.
Yeah. But that's
I still
what
play
happens
that now.
when you have like a producer in the making of a song. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it just adds that little caveat to it. So, yeah, man, I'm still going to listen to the album when it drops.
Of course. I want to see where he's at, man. I need some bangs on there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs them, man. He needs them. But we'll visit that when it drops. I'm happy to leave that there unless you guys have any song recommendations for the people before we go.
I don't have any recommendations. I listened to the new Usher song with Summer Walker and 21 Savage.
Okay.
Didn't like it. I just felt that this isn't the type of song that I want Usher to be doing today.
Yeah.
And it didn't sound like, give that to someone else. It seemed like a Eric Bellinger throwaway.
Was he trying to be too current?
Trying to be too young. Like, I hear the message, we're not good, but we're still good. Like, I understand that. You know, you can have that relationship with someone where, you know, you're not good, but you're still good. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But just the melody, it just didn't feel right for Usher for me. Summer skated on it. I liked Summer on it and 21, but they're a lot younger as well. So it's like, it's for that, but not for Usher.
Did you see Summer Walker in the club?
She was wilding out, but she was crying blood when she got home.
You reckon?
Even in
on
the
the
car
ride
home, yeah.
You want to hang out with your whole ass friend today?
But you're still missing Donnie.
That babe is suffering.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go out and have a good time and get over your current or your ex, Sexy Red and Sukihana, I think that's a good combination.
Do you act up?
Knock off this pod.
But do you act up like with your friends, like even though you know that you're really hurting inside?
Last, you go home and cry.
I've had people been there, bro.
I told y'all.
Yeah,
niggas just put me around some things just to try and make me get over some things, but I was like, I'm gonna go home.
We'll go home.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's home time though.
Yeah.
If you guys could tell, Chrissy would like to go home. Yeah. It's been an absolute pleasure this week.
Yes, it has.
Thoroughly enjoyed this. I hope you have too. Show us you've enjoyed this actually by using the hashtag.
Yeah.
Which is Off the Cuff Pod. Get involved in the conversation. We spoke about a lot of things this week. Let us know your thoughts, your opinions about Lizzo, about our What the Fuck of the Week, about the GRM Gala. Global warming. Chrissy's fascination with death this week. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, man. Join us next week.
Bye.
We'll be back to the shenanigans.
Peace.